What up, though, One Pride? This is the Roar of the Lions UK podcast, the podcast where One Pride goes worldwide. My name is Antony Fitzpatrick. You've seen me once today already, and this is our edition of the college football podcast. Technically, I guess it is. But yeah, we're on the path to the draft, and this is the last of the All-Star games about to happen. This is the HBCU Legacy Bowl. As you know, me and Rye would love to give credit to every part of college football, and we like to shine its light. We've done live watch-alongs for the Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl. It is only right we do the Legacy Bowl as well, where the finest HBCU talent in the country takes the field, some of them potentially for the last time, to prove themselves to NFL scouts before the draft happens. Those of you who followed the College Pod for years know that me and Ryan we've covered HBCU football for years now. This is the 6th iteration of this All-Star game. We've been following it since the 2nd. Usually we have our good friend Gerald on with us to do previews for it and that, but he works at Morgan State now. He's there this week. You may even see him while he's there. He's scouting, he's doing all sorts right now. It's never watched along with it before because I've never really had the chance to, but it's on NFL Network this time, so I have the ability to watch it this time. So we're going to give it a little watch along and see what's going on here. So yeah, thank you for joining as we go along. If you have any questions you want to ask as we go along, then please do so. Obviously, you've already seen me live today for a little while. I did a Q&A earlier, but I don't mind doing it today as well. So, low down for any of those of you who don't know, HBCU Legacy Bowl fought between Team Gaither and Team Robinson, named after two very well-respected HBCU head coaches of team past. Jake Gaither, College Football Hall of Famer, 25 years at Florida A&M between 1945 and 1969. He had a record of 204 wins, 36 losses and 4 draws. It's one of the best records ever sported by a head coach in college football. Then on Team Robinson's side, you've got Eddie Robinson, who was head coach of Grambling State for 56 years. Yes, over half a century in a row he was head coach of Grambling State. Had a record of 408 to 165 to 15. Some teams don't have that resume there in their history, let alone the head coach. He is also in the College Football Hall of Fame. It's taking place at Yulman Stadium in Louisiana. It's the home of the Tulane Green Wave, and it is not an all-star game to be sniffed at. So the HBCUs don't get a lot of love out there a lot of the time, and this doesn't get covered to the degree that the others do, but HBCU talent's making its way into the NFL more and more year by year, and that's why we like to keep pushing this. And there's talent on show today who you could potentially hear the name called, if not work their way up through undrafted free agency onto rosters. Now you've got guys like Xavier Smith, the wide receiver at the LA Rams. He played in this game. He's working his way onto the team as he does. You've had guys come through like Kobe Durant, the quarterback for the LA Rams as well. He came from South Carolina State. James Houston came through this event as well. So you've got some high-profile names there, and they are not to be ignored. And the class coming through this year is pretty good. It's going to be more difficult for me. I do have a roster here with me and numbers. You are going to have to bear with me because I only know about 5 or 6 of these players quite well. So, but I'll go through a few of the main ones. Kickoff is due shortly. But yeah, looking forward to it. Last All-Star game. It's the Combine next week. We are quite far on the path to the draft now. After today, all the All-Star games are gone. We've got the Combine, we've got Pro Days, and that's it. Then we've got the draft. So before you know it, we are going to be there. See Donkey Kong in the building. Terry Perry is in the building. Brent is in the building. Donkey Kong goes, when does the big game start? Few minutes time. Meant to start at 4 p.m. Your time over there. 9 p.m. for me. Combine starts next week. I'm doing well, Terry. Hope you are doing well as well. Brent is in, says, hey Anthony, hope you're doing well. What do I think of Mike Washington Jr.? I really like Mike Washington Jr. I've got to thank Brent for that one, but 6'2", 230 odd, one of these bigger running back types. He's been in college football 5 years, had to work his way up for the group of 5, but he played really, really well this year for Arkansas, and he had the 6th He was 6th in the nation when it came to yards after contact. It was like 3.4 yards per carry after contact. So he's a big man, and when he's hit, he carries on chugging out those yards. So certainly will keep an eye on him going forward, especially Combine Week. It's going to be big for him, but he could be a high riser when it is all said and done. Game is about to kick off. I will go through the players as we're going on, but as I say, you've got Team Gaither, you've got Team Robinson. Not sure what colours they are both sporting yet, but of course, what the big prospects we've got in this one: Gerald's own Eric Hunter, E40, as he's known because his name's Eric and he wears the number 40 when he's on the field wherever he goes. He's had the 40 since he was at Morgan State. As we're about to get the kickoff, we'll go through it in a minute as we're waiting for the first drive to take place. And when they put the scorecard up, so I know who's in what colour, because I do have the roster with me, so I can tell you who they all are. But first few years of this, the game's generally quite slow, but last year's was a really good game. I think it ended up 20-17 as the kickoff is not returned. You've got Team Gaither in white, Team Robinson in sort of browny black. I think that's a maroony type. Oh no, it's black. So the numbers you're wanting to watch out for here on Team Gaither. You're looking specifically at Walker Harris, the quarterback. He is number 3. From North Carolina Central. He's probably the best quarterback prospect coming out this year, but it's defensively, you're looking for him, number 40 in white, Eric Hunter. Gonna be a drafted prospect this year. Someone's going to spend a number on him, I just know they are, as we've got Cameron Ranson up first for Team Robinson at QB out of Bethune-Cookman. Drop back, first play of the game, and he's nearly sacked, has to throw it away, but pressure coming right away, and I'm looking, that is number 2 on Team Gaither's defense. That is, when I can find it, where are my numbers? Jamal Jones from Bowie State with the early pressure there. So we've got a 2nd and 10. Oh, in fact, are we doing numbers here? I'm trying to work out. In fact, these are the numbers of the teams. No, we've got 78. Where are we? 78. Oh, yeah, we are doing the normal numbers. It's 2nd and 10. We got a handoff this time. Goes for about 3 yards. That is Denario Davenport, the Jackson State running back. He's 6'1", 210. He's had a really good season as well. There's a few Jackson State prospects here to keep an eye out on. There you go. Number 40, Eric Hunter. Long, rangy. Absolutely love him as a prospect. He's 6'4", 220. One of these breeds of kind of almost a star linebacker, though he doesn't play outside, like off the edge. He loves to blitz the A-gaps, but you're going to see him make some plays here today. Got an early 3rd and 6. There you have a drop back, and we have a deep shot downfield. That's a really good catch and throw there. Got number 13 of Team Robinson on their offense. Trying to keep screening through them all. That is Travunta Abner from Alabama A&M. Really good catch there from him. Good throw from the QB. Yeah, I did get it right. 6'2", 249. He's a big unit. He's absolutely massive for a receiver. 250. Oh, sorry, he's tight end. My bad. He's tight end, not wide receiver. At 250, you wouldn't be a receiver. We've got a 1st and 10 at the 45 for Team Robinson. We've got a handoff. I think it's Denario Davenport again, but that goes nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. You can see that is Dalen Long, the safety out of Norfolk State, with the very animated run stop there. got a 2nd and 10. Game's 3 minutes in already. He is absolutely flying. Yeah, Cameron, the Bethune-Cookman quarterback, had a good start to this one. We got a... He's got a running back with him. No, he drops, surveys. Nice pocket for him to work with. Another dart downfield. What a throw that is. Another really good throw, and that is Lovett, who Mackay Lovett out of Edward Waters. I think he's a Division 2. So you've got all facets of HBCU football here. You've got Division 1, you've got Division 2. It's not just sort of FCS guys here. You've got the Division 2 guys in as well. Look at that for a route run there. Cuts inside, then just breaks to the perimeter. That's some really good running there from Mackay. Love it. Up to the 30, just about. Team Robinson threatening Gaither territory here. Not usually the highest scoring of affairs here. Handoff, really good cut from the running back. Is that Denario Davenport again? Gets about 6. That was a beautiful first step. Just absolutely breaks the ankles of the edge player. Takes off another tackle and then takes about 3 guys to bring him down. Yeah, Denario Davenport had a good start to this game, but he's been bought out now. They're moving. Team Robinson is moving. Oh, he's proud of that one. I couldn't see which edge it was, but they just had their ankle snapped clean in half. That was a really good move there from him. See, there's some really good running backs on display in this game. Again, when I get a little bit of a break, I'll break down some of the more specific players to keep an eye on. But the running back class out the HBCUs is really good this year. Although the main one, sadly, isn't playing, which is a shame, because he's hurt his hamstring. But I'll get to him in a minute. These are names for you to remember. If not for day 3 of the draft, then certainly for your lists. As we have a big shot downfield. Oh, that should have been a touchdown. That was a really good throw from Cameron Ransom there. I'm trying to see who he's targeting. That is a deep shot downfield. It's good coverage, but oh, it's just dropped. You've got to take those. Number 4, that's John McCall from Kentucky State. It's over his shoulder and it's quite high, but oh, you've got to be catching those when you've got NFL scouts watching you. Those are the ones that you want to be catching. That would have been a hell of a grab. But this has been a terrific first drive from Cameron Ransom. He's not even the quarterback meant to be watching here. But he's certainly started well early doors. We've got a 3rd and 5 at the 26 here. Drops again, running back in, takes another shot at the end zone, and that is a fantastic catch. We got a touchdown, opening drive touchdown to start the game, and that is Travunta Abner, the tight end out of Alabama A&M. 2 massive catches for him on this drive, and the protection was absolutely fantastic here. Each of those linemen, what a good set of protections that was. And Abner high points this thing, falling back into the end zone. He's under cover from 2 Team Gaither defenders. Gaither. What a start we've got to this game. We've got a touchdown already. Big tight end out of Alabama A&M making his presence known, and this could be a good one, folks. Kick is up and it's missed. So it's just going to be 6-0. Don't know who it doesn't do special teams here, unfortunately. Ash would be horrified to know. But whoever's just done the kick for Team Robinson has missed. But we got a good start here. 6-0. Cameron Ransom to the big tight end Travunta Abner from Alabama A&M. We have got a game, folks. Back to Mike Washington, do I think he'll be a fit for us? Yes, I do. Specifically, even if Monty doesn't leave, he'll be Monty's long-term replacement here. His skill set is built to do what Monty does. So, yeah, I think he would be a fit here. Brent goes, watched a lot of tape on Washington Jr. I think he's a great running back and would fit the Lions perfectly. I agree with you, do. I don't think he's related to R. Lovett. I could be wrong. But I'll see with that one. But no, I don't think I had that ran out. Yeah, I will have a look, but I don't think so. But yeah, anyhow, some of the players to be watching in this one, as I've mentioned, Eric Hunter already. If you want to know more about him, go back to our Monday episode where we did draft prospects. I just love him, the leadership, his build, what he does in terms of that. He can do that star linebacker role, linebacker, safety, great A-gap blitzer, which I think will be good, especially for the Lions, because we need some better A-gap blitzers on our side. He's just really the entire package, and he's better than a lot of linebackers going to the combine. So, yeah, I don't get why he's not gone. Obviously, his defense has just taken a bit of a pounding there on that first drive. I didn't really see much of him, but hopefully we'll get to see him make a few later. As I mentioned, it's the running backs you want to be watching out for in this one. You've already seen a bit of Denorio Davenport already. Unfortunately, the star attraction, Curtis Allen, so he's the running back from Virginia Union. He was the Division II Harlan Hill winner, and basically the Harlan Hill is the Heisman of Division II. He's the first ever HBCU player to win the Division II version of the Heisman. He rushed for over 2,400 yards this season with 30 rushing touchdowns. He's 6'2", 215, so he's a really good build as well. But unfortunately he's hurt his hamstring, only minor, but they're keeping him out of the game as a precaution. But he is a name to watch out for. Joyce Bell, the former Lions running back, he's won that award. Tyson Bagent has won it as well. So, there are players who win that Division II award who make it up into the NFL and have an impact there. So Curtis Allen is a name to watch for in the future as Team Gaither is making its response. And you've got Walker Howard. This is the NC Central quarterback. And he's got Christian Mosley at his back, the running back from NC Central as well, the pairing here. Christian Mosley is a really intriguing player. He's super quick, as we got a 2nd and 7. They had a 3-yard rush on first down. I missed that one. Walker Howard, nice dart there. Got some good crisp passing early on from both quarterbacks. That is DeAndre Proctor from Johnson C. Smith. But just look, I just love he surveys it, makes his quick 2 reads, knows where he's going. That ball is with zip, it's precise. Walker Howard he could make a roster somewhere if someone gives him the opportunity. You can see there, that pass was lovely, just zipped in with great pace, great accuracy. That is going to be a 1st and 10 at the 46 for Team Gaither. God, we've seen some good offense here early as he drops 1st and 10 again, unloads another good pass for about 12 yards. This time that is going into J.J. Evans, the ex from Norfolk State, 6'3", 203 pounds. And look, under pressure, he took a hit on the end of that. Stayed very nice, calm, composed in the pocket. And again, look at the route. Just a nice little cut route inside. Great throw. Didn't have to move for it, really. 2 very accurate passes early on from Walker Harris. And they're already in Team Robinson territory. We've got a handoff to Mosley. You see him find the gap there. Gets about 4, I'd say 3. Maybe a gratuitous 4, potentially. But yeah, and then Christian Mosley's one of the ones to watch. He's 5'11", 180, so a little on the smaller, lighter side, but he's had to wait his time at NC Central. He's been sat behind Jamari Taylor, the running back who's just come out of Virginia Tech this year, who's come into the draft. He was their star there, but he went for 1 year in the FBS, and Christian Mosley's the guy who's replaced him. Only the 6th running back in history of NC Central to have a 1,000-yard season. He's been uber productive as once again another great throw there from Walker Harris. And again, he's just firing darts all over the place. That is Jordan Smith, the wide receiver from SC State. And again, calm, controlled in the pocket. Look at the tight spiral on these throws. This is seriously impressive stuff early from Walker Harris. And you can see what I mean now. There's a Sunday player in here somewhere. The calm in the pocket. It's your pocket presence. How do you do when the pocket's collapsing around you? Do you panic? Do you make stupid mistakes? And so far, he hasn't. And this is a good D-line he's coming up against. Quincy... Hang on. Is it Quincy Robinson? No. I will get back to you in a moment. We got a 1st and 10 at the 22 here. Really good drive so far. Handoff to Mosley. He hits the edge. There's a huge gap right to the edge. And we got another touchdown. It's not Mosley. It is Jaquan Kelly. He is the running back from Winston-Salem. And they just absolutely cordoned out a hole on that drive. That is fantastic play design. The offensive line pulls left. And he just hands it off to Jaquan Kelly, who hits a gap on the right, and there's nobody there to mark him whatsoever. But great feet, great speed from him there, and we've had back-to-back touchdowns to open this game. I wasn't expecting it to start off with such great offensive firepower. In drills all week, the defense has been on top for the most part, because a majority of the better prospects are on the defense, but offense is really showing out here, and the kick goes over this time. You're not allowed to rush the kick in these All-Star games, so it's 7-6 to Team Gaither. And what a start we've had. Just really calm, composed running. Great blocking on the edge there. Trying to see who that was. The 6th. I think it was Khalil Ashley Diarra, the tight end, who was blocking on that outside there. But, wow, what a start. What a treat we're in for with this one. I think he'll be a 2nd round pick or in the 4th round. Is that Eric Hunter? If you're talking about Eric Hunter, I mean, he should be a 4th round pick. You should have him in that area. I mean, to be honest, maybe you could take him higher, but I think consensus has him at 170 currently. Something like that. But he brings a vast amount of leadership with him. He's a great role model, great on and off the field, but it's his build and it's his speed and his frame. 6'4", 220 in the middle of your defense. Can play at safety if you need him to. Great sideline to sideline speed. I'd quite happily pick him at 118 if the Lions were involved in those stakes. That's round 4. I think he'd be worthy of that pick, absolutely. Higher than that, I'm not sure, because you've got to go at level of competition and whatnot. There are some questions to answer, and it would have been great if he'd have gone to the Combine to speak to teams, but, it is what it is. But I expect him to go round 4 or 5 territory. Oh, you mean Washington, sorry. Mike Washington will depend on the Combine. If he really balls out at the Combine, he could move himself into day 2 territory, I feel, which might be a bit too rich for us, but if he just sort of has an average Combine, you probably get him on day 3. So I'd say he's more likely. At this minute, I think he's going to be in that comp pick territory. I would see him there. But again, it's just the 1 year of production in the SEC. The rest of his time's been in the Group of 5. So what do people think about him? But I think he's a bowling ball. He's exactly what you need in the NFL. Good complementary running back, so I think there's a lot of upside to him. So we've been focusing on all the offensive prospects here so far. So you've got to see a bit of Christian Mosley, but defensively is where it's at. Quincy Ivory, you're going to be looking for. He is on. He is on Team Robinson's defense. You're going to get to see him in a moment. He's number 6. You'll see him on that defensive line out of Jackson State. He was originally a high-star commit to Florida. Didn't quite work for him, so he spent 1 year down in the HBCUs, in the SWAC I think he's in, and he has just been an absolute menace. I think it's 42 quarterback pressures, 6 sacks, 6 quarterback hits, 30 pressures, 2 forced fumbles, an interception. He's 6'3", 239, so he's a little on the light side for an edge, but if you're looking for an outside linebacker rush type, he's perfect. His run defense, to be fair, was graded at about 85, I think, over the year, so he's there's a big defensive prospect on both sides. So you've got Quincy Ivory on Team Robinson's defense, and you've got Eric Hunter on Team Gaither's defense. Those are 2 big ones to watch out for there. We're just in a break at the minute, so Team Robinson's back out for its 2nd drive. Got a handoff early, nice big gap creased out there. That's about a 10-yard run. Trying to see. That is Reggie Davis, the Alcorn State running back. He's 6'1", 205. Gets about a solid 10 there, but this offensive line is moving people early. A lot of big holes emerging for the running backs to work with, and the pass protection so far, I think apart from one play, has been about spot on. And you've got Cameron Ransom. I assume his headphones not working very well because he's having to go off and get the plays from the sideline. Got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, where are we? Drop back. It was an empty backfield. Oh, beautiful throw again. That is John McCall from Kentucky State. He had a big catch on the first drive, but that's gone all the way down to the Team Gaither 32. And again, look at the pass protection. It is fantastic. And he just absolutely separates. He is miles away. I think that's Alston, the cornerback, who's meant to be on him. Just off the line of scrimmage. Nice stutter step. Breaks back out. So that's filthy. That is an absolutely filthy cutback outside. And then takes 1, 2, 3 guys to tackle him. This has been all offense early on. I'm really surprised. They're already down to the 34. Got a handoff. Goes through the middle. Breaks 2 tackles. But only gets about 2 or 3 yards there. That's Davis again. Reggie Davis, the Alcorn State running back, still in. Yeah, you've got this offensive line that is moving guys. You can see Darius Meeks in there. He's the centre out of Grambling State. You can see Cameron Smith in there. One of the guards from Alabama State. Yeah, Ransom, the quarterback's having to go off the field every play to get the play. I think there's something wrong with his mic in his helmet. He's having to do some real cardio trying to keep up here. So we've gone touchdown so far, and we've got another very promising drive. We've got 2nd and 8 at the 32. Running back in the backfield drops. Oh, pass rush nearly got home this time. Another throw and a completion and a 1st down. That's 11. That is Mackay Lovett again. The pro's really good. These 2 quarterbacks are absolutely slinging it so far. I'll have to take a look into Mackay Lovett and whether he is or not. I don't think he is. So we got a 1st and 10 at the 22 here. Potentially looking at a 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Cameron Ransom drops back again. Throws for the end zone. Miscommunication. Just bobbles out of play there. His receiver just stopped. I think that was a miscommunication. I think he thought he was running a go there, and he didn't. But thankfully it wasn't... It wasn't it wasn't costly. There was no defender in the area. So we've got a 2nd and 10 coming up. No, it doesn't look like Mackay Lovett is related to our own Dominic. The Division 2 receiver ad. Oh, we got a huge tackle for loss and one of our first big plays on defense. That is Antoine Watts from Bethune-Cookman. Oh no, it's not. I'm looking at the wrong defense. Doig. That is James Stewart from Tennessee State off the edge. Big 6'3", 248 pounder. Stuffs that run. It's going to be a 3rd and 14. That was a loss of 6 on the play. Sorry, it was a loss of 4 on the play. So maybe our first potential field goal here. We're going to have to see how the pass protection does. 3rd and 14. They do have a running back in the backfield, so they may try and run this. The way these offensive lines have been doing so far, I wouldn't put it past them. Snap is back. Ransom drops. He's looking. It's battered at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to have our first field goal. That is Stewart again. James Stewart out of Tennessee State. 2 big plays from him. Huge tackle for loss against the run. And then a battered pass for the Tennessee State stalwart. Oh, big hit on Ransom as he throws it. It's not a battered pass. But the pass, or is it? Oh, he hits him as he's throwing it and it just falls to the ground. So, yeah, really good. Really good group there from James Stewart. And looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt. It doesn't say who the kickers are on this roster or how. Oh, it does actually. They're on. Why kickers on defense? That's silly. Oh, they're not. They're going for it. It's 4th and 14, unless they can't kick in this game. Sometimes you can't kick. Well, you can't kick Pats, but anyway, 4th and 14. Cameron Ransom drops back. He slings it at the end zone. It's too high. It's going to be a turnover on downs. And that Team Robinson defense, the Team Geither defense with a big stop there. Looked like we're going to have a 3rd touchdown in a row, but we've got a turnover on downs instead. Real good pass rush. Grandize is there. He says, "Highly Hoan." Danny Maxon says, "Yo, man, hope you are both doing well." We've had a great start to this Legacy Bowl game here. 7-6, 2 touchdowns on both opening drives, but we had a missed PAT, so it is what it is. But Walker Harris, what a start to this game. He's slinging some really nice darts so far. I won't mind the Lions having a look at him potentially if we're going to look for some guys to compete in the off-season. You can see the calm, the poise, the precision in the pocket, the zip on his throwing. And under pressure, he's tremendous. Threw for about 3,300 yards this year for NC Central. I know he's very much liked amongst their draft analysts. Just on a break at the moment. Did get a question. I swear I've missed a question somewhere along the line. Where was I? I will find it in a moment. There was a question on there and I'm going to make sure it's not ignored. Just in a break at the moment, but yeah, real good start. We're about to see Team Gaither's second drive. They're going to be starting on their own 27, where they managed to turn it over. Choosing to be very brave for the 4th and 14. I think they can kick it in this game, so they could have gone for it, but obviously trying back. Oh, we got a sack! First play of the drive, we got a big sack, and I think that's the big man there I mentioned. That is Quincy Ivory. Oh, he's just absolutely devastating, the Florida transfer. Just watch him here off the edge. Bulldozes the left tackle and takes down the quarterback. That was filthy. He's only 239. I say he's only 239, but that was an absolutely outstanding bull rush there. The Jackson State edge. Like I say, he's got an education at Florida. Just got lost in the depth chart there amongst a hell of a lot of good Florida D-line talent. Came down to Jackson State and he's made the most of his opportunity. But yeah, Quincy Ivory is an absolute monster. That's just a filthy bull rush there. I think we're taking a quick timeout. So this is going to be, I think, about a 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. He was coming back up in the pocket. 2nd and 12. So after a couple of good offensive drives to start this, the defenses are starting to get on top a little bit now. That was a filthy bull rush of the left tackle there. 2nd and 12 from the 25. Drop back. He tries to spin this time. The opposite edge gets it and it's dropped. It would have been behind the line of scrimmage and probably a loss anyhow. But yeah, these edges are starting to get home now. Saw Ivory pulling out the spin move on the left tackle there, although it didn't quite work, but the right edge broke through. So we got a 3rd and 12 here, potentially a very quick punt. Although they did convert a couple of good 3rd downs on the first drive, so we will see that the pass protection up until these last 2 plays had generally been very good. Is it Walker Harris still in? It might not be, you know. I will have to check. Oh, I think we've got to jump off sides, you know. Bad pass. That is not a catch, but we have got flags all over the field here. It is still Walker Harrison at quarterback, but that looked like they got them to jump. At least 2 of the defensive line jumped there. But there might be a flag in the Oh, hang on, we'll see. I have to keep my volume down low so my mic doesn't pick it up and YouTube pings me. We're having a look. This would be a big break for Team Gaither if they can get the penalty here. Offside on defense. Pass interference, defense, automatic 1st down. Ooh, that's tough. 3rd and 12, chance to get them off the field, and the drive is still alive. Oh, quick throw out there. Lovely throw again from Walker Harris to his number 1. That is Christian Mosley, the running back, leaking out the backfield there, gets a few. Again, really good, solid, accurate throw that was. Right into the bucket. Mosley didn't have to move a muscle. Only gets 2 yards because he had to drop back, and the pressure's starting to get home quite early now, so they're trying to get it out quite quick. But again, just the throwing mechanics are absolutely tremendous as Harris takes a shot to the area, overthrows this time. Going for Malik Hunter. Just misses him. And yeah, there's a lot of pressure coming from this Team Robinson defense now. A lot of pressure. So you've got some good prospects here again. Quincy Ivory is the main one. You've got Israel Nwokocha as well, the Benedict tackle. I believe he's in there. I think I've seen him. Michael Atkins as well from Texas Southern. We've got a 3rd and 8, so chance to get them off the field again. They're only at their own 32. There's no penalties this time. Oh, and that is thrown miles over the target again. Going for Malik Hunter. That's 2 throws out in his direction, but they have been way overthrown. But I think pressure has dictated those throws. So it's going to be 4th and 8, and we're going to get a punt. I think I had a question earlier about... Where is he? Oh, punt goes down to about the 10. It's returned for about 5 yards. Really good special teams work there. So they're going to start from about the 15, our Team Robinson. Kickers are either Andrew Brown from North Carolina NT or Marco Jossa. Yeah, the kickers, the special teams are put with the defense for some reason. I consider them offensive players, but yeah, they are on my little roster. Looks bigger than 6'3". He's not... Oh, Quincy Ivory. Yeah, he looks bigger than 6'3". He plays bigger than 6'3". Alright, it is 1st and 10. We got a new quarterback in. We've got a lovely throw and catch for about 5 yards. 24. That is Sims. Where is he? Team Robinson's. That is Gerard Sims from Florida Memorial. Good catch there for about 5 from him. We've got Cameron Peters in at quarterback now. The Prairie View A&M quarterback. Prairie View A&M, who won the Celebration Bowl this year in what was a tremendous game. What a season he's had. 2,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Beat some heavily favoured teams against them on the way. He's had a really good season. As I say, we've got the Celebration Bowl winning quarterback on. He drops back on 2nd and 5, takes a shot downfield, and that is really good coverage. Within reason. I think that is 12. Where are we at? Ooh, Engal has had a little bit of pass interference. I don't think so. I don't think that's catchable. Trying to work out who that is because I don't have a number 12 on here. But yeah, the defenses have definitely started to take over this one. Now we've got a 3rd and 5 coming up. Let's say Cameron Peters now in at quarterback. Drops. Takes a huge shot downfield again. And what a fantastic catch. That is unbelievable. That is Trenton Leary, the wide receiver from Texas Southern. And again, under pressure, just stays really calm in the pocket. Maybe a hint of a push off there. But Trenton Leary, what a grab that is. Oh, just playing physical leaps up in the air like a salmon, catches it in the sack, brings it down with 2 defenders covering him. That's a fantastic catch there from the Texas Southern wide receiver. Some been really good catches so far. Some really good receiver work on display so far from these guys. But again, another beautiful throw. The quarterback play has been very high draw so far. Extends the drive as well. Both secondaries taking a little bit of a beating so far. We've got a 1st and 10. We've got about 23 seconds left of the first quarter. Again, man in his face as well. That was Sean Robinson, the Fayetteville State edge in his face, but really good play. They're at their own 49 now at Team Robinson. But it's 1st and 10. Probably be the last play of the quarter if completed. Beautiful dart. Cross field again. And back to the same man as before. That's Trenton Leary, back-to-back receptions. This time, he's running in route. Oh, high catches that perfectly. Zip on that pass. Precision. Just plucked out the air. So he just sticks his foot in the ground. Nice little grab. A good bit of yak after the catch as well. Fantastic play there. 2 back-to-back receptions from Trenton Leary, and Cameron Peters at quarterback is now rolling. Cameron Ransom started off well for Team Robinson. Now Cameron Peters is carrying it on. These quarterbacks, they're playing really well so far. There's plenty of talent on show here. Look at that. Absolutely pitch perfect, that throw. In stride, right height. A little jump up to get it. But his receiver doesn't lose any momentum whatsoever. Can Leary make it 3 in a row? We've got 17 seconds left of the quarter. And it's been a very entertaining one so far, I must say. Drop back. Ooh, I think that's an incomplete one. The camera angle's a bit low. Yeah. Incomplete pass. Going to be a 2nd and 10. Unless the quarterbacks have to come to the side of the field for the play calling here, because all of them are having to go to the head coach and get their plays verbally from them rather than through the helmet. But yeah, that was a throw to nowhere, that one. I don't know whether the pressure just initiated it a bit. You can see Eric Hunter there, number 40 in the middle of this Team Gaither defence. Just absolute man-mountain of a man. Drop back. Throw. That's a bad throw there. I just been complimenting the quarterback play, and then we have 2 really errant throws. That was about 7 yards behind the receiver. I don't know whether there was a miscommunication. He looked like he thought his receiver was running an out, but he didn't. He just carried on running the go. And he was gone out of there. There's 8 seconds left. We've got 3rd and 10. And I used to get the channel The Courier, which would show HBCU games, but they took it off. It was on regular TV. Yeah, I don't know why. Some channel you think could get some use out of this. The Celebration Bowl the last few years has been amazing. It's a bowl game everyone should want to pick up. Oh, great scrambling out the pocket there. Are we going to see a flag? No, that is a stop on 3rd and 10. Got to be 4th and 10 with 1 second of the quarter left. Quarterback did really well. Pocket completely collapsed around him. He managed to get out the pocket, but then he was kind of having to throw under pressure on the run. Just undercooked it a little bit. Just undercooked it. He was aiming for Cameron Nelson, the Miss Valley State receiver, but just needed the yardage on it. We're going to see our first kicker. We're going to kick her out, y'all. This is Marco Jovicic from Miss Valley State. 6'2", 215. Snap is good. He's not rushed. Hits it. And... oh, he misses. He misses. It looked like it had the distance, and then it just swerved off, and it would have made it. It was just around the outside of the post. It had the legs, but the wind took it, and the angry little Tulane mascot looks on. That is the end of the first quarter. We got a 7-6 game here. Opening drive touchdowns for both teams. Then finally we've had a couple of defensive stops. We've had one going for it on 4th and 14 from the 30. Been uber aggressive. We've just had the missed field goal. But overall, quality of play on offense has been really good. The defense is starting to make itself known. The tiny Slim Reaper. That is it. We're just in the between quarter break at the moment. We will be back shortly. Jessica's in there. She goes, thoughts on Isaiah Stevens. Isaiah Stevens is the linebacker out of Benedict, I believe. He's a grad student, 6'2", 205. Had a really productive season. Got like about 110 tackles for them this year. Another one of these who can blitz off the outside. 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 pass breakups as well. Kind of does a little bit in coverage. I think they kind of use him as a little bit of a hybrid player. He looks good, but again, as a graduate student, always older prospects. You're always a little bit unsure about the older prospects, especially guys at this level who are going to need time to adapt to NFL level. You're going to want a year or two before you get into it. And if you're already starting as a grad, you're already an older prospect. It just does your doesn't do your draft prospects very good. But I like that Benedict team. It's put some good talent out in recent years, especially coming up to the FBS as well. Saying that a lot of the HBCU schools do, but they're decent. I don't think I've seen them in this game so far, but yeah. There are quite a few of these guys I don't know too much about, so you will have to bear with me, but I do know a bit about him in researching this. Gone. So we've not seen a few of the guys to stand out so far. I say Walker Harris has played really good so far. I've been very impressed with him at quarterback. I would expect to see him get some looks. I say Quincy Ivory we've seen come up with the big sack. We know what he's all about. The big bull rush on the left tackle. That was superb. Left tackle was much bigger than he was, but he plays a lot bigger than he looks. It was absolutely fantastic. I would expect to see him get some looks. The trouble is, when you've been in the FBS your entire career and you've got one season of productivity in the FCS, You've clearly got the talent and the skills. That Florida D-line room's been really tough to break into. But it was kind of like James Houston did. James Houston struggled to break into a deep room up at Florida. Went down, had one season with Jackson State, had a great season. He comes up to the NFL and makes an impact. So you shouldn't let it work against him because you've got one season of production. You've seen how good he is. Had the bull rush and then immediately breaks out the spin move after. He's got all the tools in his bag, Quincy Ivory does. Another one of the ones you want to watch out for. You want to watch out for Carlos Donovan. He's the DB from Morehouse. They're missing the best DB in the HBCU class here, Gerard Washington, the cornerback out of South Carolina State. He'll probably a drafted prospect this year. He's looking to follow in the footsteps of his colleague Kobe Durant, who's with the LA Rams right now, another South Carolina State corner from a couple of years ago. Got drafted, I think they drafted him in the 4th round, but made some big impact plays in the playoffs this year, although got burned a bit as well. But those South Carolina State corners you don't mess with. They're built of the right stuff. It's a shame he's not here, to be fair, but you can be sure his name might well get called in a couple of months' time. About to see T. Gaither on its next drive, and it looks like we have a QB change. I will get that to you in a moment on that. It is William Atkins from SC State. That looks like completion on his first throw to Caden Davis, the tight end out of Fayetteville State. Yeah, William Atkins the 4th is in. 2,400 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. It's a good ratio. 63% on your throw-ins, pretty decent as well. Just solid play. The SC State Bulldogs, the South Carolina State Bulldogs, I always watch their prospects closely because their prospects are, a lot of them are almost NFL ready to begin with. As a bit of a botch snap there, a handoff on a 2nd and 4 goes nowhere. Kind of did well to recover that play. That was Jaquan Kelly, the Winston-Salem running back. But William Atkins did very well to grab that snap. It was really low. Really low, almost what we call a daisy cutter over here. But picked it up well, managed to hand it off. But yeah, that gone got stuffed. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. Oh, Mike's working in the helmet now. Yeah, that's the first QB it's helped. Team Robinson defense is pumped. You can bet your bottom dollar Quincy Ivory's going to be coming on this play. See if I can see him where he's lined up. He's usually lined up over the left tackle. They're coming for him. 3rd and 4 at their own 31. So still a long way to go at the moment. Snap is back. Drop back. Throw wide, short of the sticks, and it's a 1st down, and what a move that is. That is Jordan Smith, the wide receiver from SC State, one of his top targets. These two know each other very well. It's kind of just like a screen pass to the outside. Breaks the ankles on the outside there. That is Darius Stokes from Florida Memorial, who just completely whiffs on that tackle. Goes to a 2nd defender as well. Gets some good yardage there. Really good play. Let's say from Jordan Smith there. The two teammates coming together, and now they're getting up towards halfway after that completion. They're up at the 44. Got a running back in the backfield. Fake handoff. Good protection. Deep shot downfield. Oh, and what a pass breakup that is. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Team Robinson on defense. That's Carlos Donovan. So this is the Morehouse corner I was telling you about. Look at that. The range he has. He's holding though. I think he's got done for defensive pass interference. That's a shame. But Carlos Donovan's another one of these really underrated DBs. It's a fantastic pass breakup for him. He's long, he's rangy, 6'1", 192, really good build. But he was just hanging on a little too much onto that shoulder pad. And that means Team Gaither are now down at the 21. That's a huge penalty to give up. They're at the 26. My bad. I can't look at numbers properly. Handoff. Gap through the right hand side goes for about 11. They're moving here. Team Gaither. That's Jaquan Kelly again, the Winston-Salem running back. And just finds that gap. Real nice play. Takes the linebacker with him for about 5 or 6 yards. Really good work on the offensive line there. This has, again, been some really good offensive line play as well, especially in this run game. Yeah, Jaquan Kelly, he's still in there. They're at the 16. They're pushing. They've got a 1-point lead at the minute, looking to make that go further. Really low snap again. Handed off to Kelly, gets about a yard. This snapping is very suspect. Very suspect. That's 2 daisy cutters we've had now. Can't be daisy cutting the ball. Just makes it really hard for the quarterback, and the handoffs are not smooth. Got a 2nd and 9. Oh, he got a yard. He did well to get a yard out of that. Cameron Jordan's there on commentary. And some fantastic players come from the HBCUs. They really are. He's one of the more famous. We got a 2nd and 9 from the 16. Drop back. Nice step up into the pocket. It's thrown out of play. Some really good pressure there from the Robinson defensive line. Kind of really shackled up William Atkins there. He couldn't do a great deal about that. Had 2 free rushes off the edge, which didn't help. Did really well actually there to not turn it over. We've got a 3rd and 10 now. Well, 2nd and 9 and it's incompletion. How can you be 3rd and 10? Oh dear. I was right before on the first down. It didn't go anywhere. They've revised it. We've got 10 minutes of the half left, just going under 10 minutes. William Atkins under centre. 16 yards to go. What have they got? If you get half of this, you're probably going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, it's a handoff. Oh, and it's blown up. Completely and utterly blown up. That was red there. That was Jeremiah Williams, the Jackson State defensive lineman, and he read that like a book. As breaking news, Javonte Williams has agreed a 3-year, $24 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys. They will be keeping their star running back acquisition from Denver. That's a good deal for him. Gonna have a field goal here. Up it goes, and it is landed. Team Gaither take a 10-6 lead. So we have points again. We've not had points since the opening 2 drives of this one, but the scoreboard keeps a ticking. And we're gonna see the Team Robinson offense again shortly. And if someone told you you were the only one doing a play-by-play for this bowl game, would you believe it? I would be surprised. I would think someone would be doing a play-by-play for this. You would think somebody would. And I'm a Brit. Like, I'm the one who shouldn't know about this one, like, but it is what it is. I love to explore all aspects of college football, and I always will. I don't just do the big things. There is a YouTube channel showing the game from the field level. They're showing the band, and guess what they're singing? Candy by Cameo. I love Cameo. That song's good. It's just like candy. Yeah, you've got that song stuck in my head now. Sounds like all effort by both sides. Yeah, this is, again, the HBCU stuff's really competitive, like the Celebration Bowl. Why I like the Celebration Bowl It's uber competitive because it's the winner of the SWAC and the MEAC, so it's competition, it's rivalry. It's not just a bowl game between two random teams. It has high stakes to it, and it's very much valued. Like, very few players opt out the Celebration Bowl unless they're like a guaranteed first or second day pick. They'll not come out of it, so you'll get all the best players there. But it's the same with the Legacy Bowl. Again, this is a lot of Division 2 players as well as Division 1 players. No one's going to the Combine. There's no HBCU players going to the Combine. So for them, for some of them, it's the last opportunity they're going to have in front of NFL scouts before the draft. You know, maybe you've got pro days and that, but not many scouts will go to some of these pro days. So you've got local pro days maybe, and that's going to be about it. So, you know, that's why I like to put as much emphasis on this as possible, because, you know, for a lot of these guys, there's no chance now to impress anymore, which is a shame because a lot of them deserve to. Again, you've got the Division 2 Heisman winner at this event. Like, that's a big deal. You know, several of the last Division 2 Heisman winners, they're in the NFL now. Like I say, Tyson Bagent, most famously among them. So yeah, it's, you know, you're like, and you know, we've seen firsthand, talent comes from these teams. You've had, like I say, Emmanuel Wilson, the running back from Green Bay, he came through this game. You know, Xavier Smith, wide receiver from the Rams, came through this game. James Houston, the Lions, came through this game. There's NFL players potentially to be had there. You've just got to look hard enough. I must say, the only thing is I'm sad I've not seen much from Eric Hunter so far. I would like him to make some big splash plays so we can show him all off. But he should be drafted this year. It will be a crime if he's not drafted. An absolute crime. But I know he's spoken to a whole bunch of NFL teams, at least 28, I believe, so they should be very well aware of what he can do. And I found 3 other channels streaming this game, but you are the only one of these with solid play-by-play. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I was debating whether to do this beforehand or not, because I didn't know if I could do it justice or not. But I thought, well, oh, bloody hell. QB's near the... Oh, what a catch and a grab that is. I apologise. Team Robinson there, the quarterback. That's Cameron Peters still in there. He falls. Looked like he'd really hurt his ankle there, but then recomposes himself. He finds Cameron Nelson, the Miss Valley State receiver, who just, look at that physical aggression off the line of scrimmage, just absolutely destroys the DB marking him and then high points it. That is a salmon leap. He plucks that thing out the air. He has to go up really high to get it. Right in stride, keeps going after the catch. I've been really impressed with him so far as we've got a handoff. Great hole opened up on the right hand side of the offensive line. Gets about 8. That is Denario Davenport again. The Jackson State running back has been impressive in this game. But just look at the hole that offensive line opens up. He finds a little hole, sprints through it. Good speed. Nice 8-yard gain there for him. You see, 663 yards, 7 touchdowns for Jackson State this year. The numbers don't tell everything. He was running at about 6.5 yards per carry. Got a 2nd and 3, so he got 7, but it's a generous 3. It's more of a 2. Quarterback goes for a run, but he is sacked this time, and that is a massive hit. Massive hit. That is on that team guy for defense. That's Michael Lunds, the SC State edge. What a play there. 6'3", 245 for him. He's another one of these really disruptive edge types. Loves to go hunting for quarterbacks. That was tough there. I think it was Cameron. They're highlighting Cameron Smith there. I'm not sure if it's him that he beat. But that was a huge hit taken by Cameron Peters, the quarterback. And it's going to be from 2nd and 3. They've moved back to 3rd and... Oh, it's not telling me. 3rd and 7. A 4-yard loss. Cameron Peters drops back. Oh, and he's going to get sacked again. Huge sack. And again, it's the exact same player. the exact same player. And this time he just bulldozes his way through the right guard. 2 massive plays by Michael Lunds there. Oh, he's hungry. First team All-MEAC player this year. 19 tackles for loss and 9.5 sacks. Another one of these SC State Bulldogs. Like, there's something in the water down there, man. They create some absolute behemoths on this line. 2 massive impact plays there, which leaves 2nd and 3rd, and he's took them back to 4th and 16, and we're going to have a punt. Team Robinson offensive line, after a really good opening drive, is just starting to see some cracks here. The punt is not the best. It goes down to the 29. It's getting returned. Robinson picked it up again as though one of the Gaither players had touched it, but I don't think they did. It's not the greatest punt. Going to be good field position here for Team Gaither. Gaither. I'm sorry I keep changing my pronunciation. It's terrible. But yeah, that was the drive of Michael Lunds. Just raw power on those 2 drives there, taking out 2 different offensive linemen as well. Carlos Donovan, Morehouse College, absolutely. That's why we love ROTL UK. Appreciate you, Contrapastan. Always do. I did not sing Candy wrong. I know my cameo. It's like candy. You look real nice, real nice. Obviously, Word Up's the big one. I can rip off Word Up word for word. I'm not going to do it on stream because you're not here for that, but I can do Word Up word for word. But Candy's also a great song. Well, we're just on break currently. Waiting for Team Gaither's offense to come back out onto the field. They lead 10-6. Okay, seen some really good play both sides of the ball so far. Very impressive. Certainly a lot for NFL scouts to take in here. You're going to see some of these guys. You're going to see a lot of these guys make 90-man squads and fight for spots. See some on practice squads as well. Potentially could see 2 or 3 even drafted. I'm hoping so. It's not the year where we've had... Oh, we're just seeing the punt here. Where does it land? Oh, it hits his rear. Oh, they were right to return that. It got blown dead. But it hit the rear of a Team Gaither player, that did. So they should have been allowed to carry on there. I was singing it like Rick Astley would sing. Well, I am a white man. we'll all sound like Rick Astley. No, we don't. I do not sound like Rick anyhow. One night only, Blue Eyed. You don't want to hear me sing. It is absolutely terrible. I only sing on stream when I'm happy. And even then, I'm terrible, so... But yeah, that punt... Oh no, they've got it back, actually. I didn't even stop. They were just not allowed to return it for a touchdown. So Team Robinson have got it back. Another dicky handoff. Very dicky handoff there. Oh God. Yes, the snapping and the handoffs leave a little bit to be desired so far. You don't want to be making technical mistakes like that in front of NFL scouts. Got to be clean technical football. We've not had many penalties though, which has been good. I've enjoyed that. Just that pass interference call on the Moorhead corner. Oh, we've had 2 pass interference calls, but overall, I remember watching one of these games one year and there was like 30 flags in it, just like a flag every play. Team Robinson's got it on the guy for 28. It's 2nd and 10. Drop back, throw up. He's got a man open. Is that a catch? Unbelievable catch there from Ronnie West from Clark, Atlanta. Oh, that is an outstanding catch, that is. It's a lovely spiraled throw in. One defender tries to intercept it, breaks too early. He takes a huge hit when he catches it and carries on through contact to the ground. That is a fantastic play from Ronnie West there. It's a good throw from Noah Bodden as well. So this is the third quarterback. He's from Edward Waters as well. He's 6'4", 220. These Team Robinson QBs, they're all 6'3" or higher. There's two 6'4s and a 6'3". But you can see his completion stats here for Edwards Water. But that was a good throw. That was a great catch from Ronnie West. Got a handoff here through the middle, going for about 4 or 5 yards down to the 3-yard line. That's Gerard Sims from Florida Memorial. And we've got a big scoring opportunity here. Real good work from the right guard there. It looked like Ashton Grable. Ashton Grable's the guard out of Florida A&M. He is the brother as well of another Grable who came through. I can't remember his name offhand, but a few years ago. Hang on. Just before we do this, second down from the 3-yard line. They attack the left edge, gets down to about the 1-yard line. That's Gerard Sims again. And they're going to be at 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line here, looking to punch it in and retake the lead again. Yeah, Ashton Grable, I think there was Tyron Grable. I think they're related from a couple of years ago. I think it was Tyron Grable. He played in the group of 5 somewhere, but I believe this is a relation. But FAMU, you got to watch out for FAMU trench players as well. Usually the defensive line prospects are good, but their offensive line's not bad either. 3rd and goal from the 1. It's a handoff again, goes through the left-hand side. It is a touchdown. We have our 3rd touchdown of the game, and Gerard Sims runs that one in, and again, barely touched as he gets through to the end zone. Fantastic work from the offensive line here. 75. Good block from Cameron Smith, the Alabama State tackle, I think it is. Drove his defender inside, just left a little bit of room to go round. Just hit that left-hand gap, and in he goes. And it's Team Robinson's winning 12-10 currently with the PAT to come. We've had a PAT missed so far. It's Shovsic again. He missed a field goal earlier. And he gets it this time. We got a 3-point game. Team Robinson, 13-10 winners. 13-10 winning at the minute. We've got about 2.5 minutes of the half to go. What has been a very, very entertaining game so far. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Yeah, Cameron Peters, the Prairie View A&M. He's been in. He's not in currently. But Cameron Peters played really well. But all 3 quarterbacks have been pretty good for Team Robinson. Cameron Ransom looked tremendous earlier, the Bethune-Cookman quarterback. He made some really good throws. But it's Walker Harris who's been the best quarterback so far for me in terms of the throws he makes. They're just always, he just throws them with such good velocity and touch to them. They're just always in the receiver's stride. They're very catchable. I love watching him throw. It's just something about these NC Central quarterbacks. It was Davius Richard a couple of years ago. I love watching Davius Richard play. And now it's him as well. And have you not heard mention of Noah Miles from Howard? He was on the top 10 HBCU players to watch list for this year. I can't say I have. I don't know if he's here. I'll have a look through my lists. I've not seen the name. Like so many, there were a few. I looked at the lists to start the year, and the lists to start the year are a bit different to... Obviously, like everything. He is there, but I've not heard mention of him so far. He's number 91 on Team Geither's defense, so you have to keep an eye out for him. But 6'3", 255. Perfect build. But yeah, Quincy Ivory's been the good one so far. This Team Gaither defence has got some studs on it. Michael Lund's 2 big plays, one sack, 1 tackle for loss on the last drive. And then his team gave up a muffed punt. Devastating. And then they've just given up the touchdown there. Just on a break. Currently, Team Robinson leading 13-10. Very entertaining Legacy Bowl so far. Again, if you're a scout at this game, you're taking a lot away from this so far. There are a lot of guys you're calling back and you're seeing again, or you're going to at least make time to go and see their pro days. Obviously, there'll be a lot of local area scouts and that here. They've got the Jackson State Band on at halftime, the sonic boom of the South. Always love listening to the bands. They're absolutely tremendous. Some of the best halftime entertainment there is. So we've got 2.5 minutes left. Going to see the closest thing to a 2-minute drill. Let's see how we do here at the 25. Our Team Gaither. Down 3. Not sure who's in at the minute. We'll have a look in a moment. Oh, what a block there from the receiver. Oh, that was close. Team Gaither's offense. It's William Atkins, the SC State quarterback, who is still out there. That looked like a holding call. I thought it was a very good pancake block, that was, but apparently he did some holding in there at the same time. You're going to get called for those. That's the left tackle. What a block from the left tackle that is. That's Bruno Onwuazor from Virginia State. That wasn't called holding, was it? And that's a late hit on the quarterback. Onwuazor's a monster. He's 6'8". Like, I'd look up at him. I'm 6'4", and I would still shrink in his shadow. I thought that was a very legitimate block, but, you know, that's probably me being biased. Got 2 minutes to go. It's a 1st and 20 after the holding call. And I think we're going to do a 2-minute warning. So they're going to go for a quick break here. In a little bit of a hole is William Atkins. Had a good start to his first drive and then just threw some really questionable decisions in the middle of nowhere. So he's going to need to rebound a bit. Yeah, seeing that block again, there was nothing wrong with that. Perfectly legal block. Perfectly legal. Ooh. See, we've seen little bits of some of these guys. We've seen a bit from Carlos Donovan, although he got penalised for it. But you saw the length. It was a fantastic pass breakup he did, and he was trailing, but he's just got such long arms. Just swatted that thing out the air. Just a little bit too much on the shoulder pad. Eric Hunter, I want to see Eric makes a play. I assume he's not out there all the time, but we've not really seen much from him. But he's had fantastic practice this week. His coverage work this week has been tremendous. There'll be a lot of scouts who've taken notice of his coverage work this week at linebacker, because that's what he's going to sell himself on. That sideline to sideline speed, his pace, his closing speed is phenomenal. So at least he's done it in the practices. Seeing Quincy Ivory do some good work on the defensive line as well. Great sack from him. So yeah, thankfully we are seeing some bits from some of the better prospects here. But the receivers have been fantastic. I'm going to have a look at some of these receivers when this is said and done. Especially some of these really small school guys. As we've got Jalen Hurts lighting the Olympic torch. Is that Jalen Hurts? Flag football. No, it wasn't Jalen Hurts. He doesn't have a fade like that. As we go into the 2-minute drill, Team Gaither at a 1st and 20 on their own 15. What can they come up with? 3 men split out wide. Quarterback rolls out straight into pressure, but he manages to get the ball out. That's a really good throw. It's a bit of a moon ball. I say a bit of. It's a huge moon ball. but it's picked up by Drashawn Kendrick from Norfolk State. It's a good catch. They've got a good chunk of that yardage back. It's a good play from the quarterback, to be fair. He rolls out the pocket to the left and he's immediately got a man in his face. But he stays calm. He does loft it up a little bit, but there's no defender in the area to pick it off. And Drashawn Kendrick makes a really good catch. We got a 2nd and 7, so they got 13 on that. Bit of a high snap, catches it well, steps up in the pocket, launches it downfield. Oh, and we've got a pass breakup and we've got a flag out there as well. Team Robinson's DBs have been getting a few flags thrown in their direction. This is DeAndre Morris from Alabama State. Looks like they've pinged this time. Oh no, it's Blake Davis, the Grambling State corner they've got. But the two of them were in the area. Ooh, that seems a bit picky, that does. I don't like that flag. But I think I'm naturally just anti-flags, so... But big break there for Team Gaither. It's going to be a spot foul, I believe. It is. They're at the Team Robinson 45. They've got a minute 47. Plenty of time. 2 timeouts. Atkins drops back in the pocket again. Fires a dart. Finds his man who just spins out of an attempted tackle. That's Jordan Smith again, the SC State wide receiver. Been very impressed with him so far. It's a lovely throw. And the DB tries to pick off the pass. Just overextends himself a bit. And Smith can just spin right out his grasp. That's a big gainer. Gets down to the 24. Already they're going again at tempo. Atkins, another throw. Oh, was that caught? If that's been caught by Caden Davis, the Fayetteville State tight end, that is going to be an unbelievable catch. I think he dropped it. It's a lovely throw from William Atkins. Up in the air. Oh my days, what a one-handed grab that is. I think he just went out of bounds before he dropped. That's a tight end. If that had have stood, that would have been one of the best catches I've ever seen from a tight end. Although he may have just bobbled it a little bit, but he just one-hands that thing out to the side. That looked like a good catch, that did. We've got 2nd down at the 24, 2nd and 10. Handoff this time. First one we've had in a little bit. Tries to attack round the right tackle. It's stuffed. No room through there. That is big, number 99, Jeremiah Williams on the edge. Assisted by Stamarian Edwards, the linebacker out of Alcorn State. Nothing there. 3rd and 10. 45 seconds to go. Clock is ticking, and they take a timeout. We're going to get a field goal as a minimum here, so it looks like, as a very bare minimum, we're going to go into the half tied, unless they decide to be really aggressive. Yep. There's the news. Javonte Williams, new 3-year, $24 million deal with the Cowboys. That feels like a really good deal for him at $8 million a year. That's kind of what Monty's earning with us. Providing he's healthy, that's a fantastic deal. And I'm assuming not all of it's going to be guaranteed, so they'll probably have an out after 2 years. Good on Javonte Williams for him, reforging his career there. Thought he got the short shift in Denver. Right, 3rd and 10, 45 seconds to go. William Atkins under center. What can the SC State gunslinger do? Oh, it looked like a false start there. No, it's not called. He's getting hassled. Put by 3, and he's thrown a completion. What a throw that is. There is a flag on the ground. It's DeAndre Proctor, the big ex-receiver from Johnson C. Smith, who got that. But what is the penalty? That was fantastic quarterback play from William Atkins. His pocket collapsed. He rolled out to the left. He had 3 Team Robinson defenders. It's a holding on defense, so it stands. That's an outstanding play from William Atkins. That is the quarterback under pressure. Just drops back. He's got 3 men in his face and calm as you like. Just fires in a dart to DeAndre Proctor. To the Johnson C. Smith wide receiver. He's got good size to him. 6'3", 210. That's a really good receiver size, that is. So we've got a first down, 33 seconds to go. They've got 1 timeout left. They're at the 12, so they can still get a first down if they wish. Drops, surveys, takes a shot for the end zone, but nothing there. Just throws it against the backboard. That's real good coverage there. Then they run into the Jackson State band that's about to come on the field for the half. Little too early, guys. Half's not over just yet. A bit of a wibbly-wobbly ball as well, but yeah, that was uncatchable. Good coverage there from Team Robinson. Got 2nd and 10, 26 seconds to go. Drop back. Fired into the end zone. It's nearly picked. It was tapped in. It was hit in the air. It was there to be had. But a Team Robinson defender couldn't get near it. Need to see the throw again. It was into traffic. William Atkins, it zipped in. I think it bounced off his receiver. I think he was aiming for Jordan Smith, the SC State receiver. Oh no, it's a really good pass breakup, that is. It's Team Robinson's 31. That is Blake Davis, the DB from Grambling State. That's a really good pass breakup. Just gets his hand in front of his visor and knocks it into the air. Could potentially have been picked, that, so they got a bit lucky. It's 3rd and 10 with 20 seconds to go. Handoff. Goes through the right guard spot. Gets about 5. That is Jaquan Kelly, the Winston-Salem running back again. He's had some good runs in this half. They're going to be at about 4th and 5. And 4th and 6. And they're staying out there. They're going for it. Why not? The NFL scouts are watching. Come up with something special. They used their last time out with 13 seconds to go. This will likely be the last play of the half. What has been a very entertaining first half. We've seen all 6 QBs so far, so they're all getting their own little period of both halves, so we should go through them again afterwards. What can Team Robinson's defense do? Can they make a stand and go in 3 up at the half? Oh no, they've changed their mind. They're going for the field goal. They did look like they were going for it on 1st down. They've taken the timeout. They're gonna kick it, and you can't rush the kicker. So this should be a chip shot from here. Gonna be like 20, 30 yards, something like that. Doesn't say how far it is, but I would assume no further than 30. Yep. It goes 25-yarder through the posts. We got 9 seconds left, and it looks like we are going to have a tied game at 13. Andrew Brown the 4th with the kick there from NCA&T. So we're going to be 13 all going into the half, and what has been again a very entertaining affair so far. Hopefully the second half lives up to it. They're jogging off now, so they're not even going to do the kick at the end of the half, which is sensible. There's no point wasting time. Off they go. That is your first half. So we're going to have a break now. I don't know how long it's going to be. It will be a little longer than most because they have the marching bands on. Gonna get to hear it now. I'm going to put my volume up a bit so I can listen because I do enjoy these. So if you can hear it in the background, just don't dog me into YouTube. You've seen his length, Antony Fitzpatrick pause. Yes, giggity giggity. Double entendres. Don't we love double entendres? American football does it better than no other. I'm dealing with tooth abscess pain, so stretching out but listening. I feel you, mile marker. I had an abscess when I was younger. It's the worst pain I've ever had in my life. My own fault. I was bad with my teeth when I was a young kid, and I had a hole in one of them, but it got irritated. I was paintballing with some work colleagues, and a guy managed to get a paintball under my helmet, and it hit me just under my chin here and knocked one of my teeth loose, and I didn't realise it. And I had an abscess the size of it was bigger than a golf ball, and it was the worst pain I've ever had in my life, and I couldn't have the tooth taken out till the abscess had gone away. I literally have trauma from that pain. That I will take any pain in life over tooth pain. It's just traumatised me for life. So I hope it gets better soon, because I feel you. It's just one of the most unpleasant things I've ever had to deal with. Hopefully never again. Brent says good defense. It's been a good game. Offense started off hot, defense got back into it, but then there's been some really good offensive flashes so far. Some of these wide receivers have been really, really impressive. I'm going to have to take a look a little closer at some of them. In fact, the running backs have been pretty good. Jaquan Kelly, the running back from Winston-Salem, I've enjoyed him. I think the quarterback play's been so good. Walker Harris was really good. William Atkins was good. I don't think we've seen Kelvin Durham. He might be the only quarterback we've not seen so far on Team Gaither, but they've been tremendous so far. The quarterbacks have, for the most part. Deshaun Kendrick had some big catches from Norfolk State. Team Robinson, it was... So Mackay Lovett had a couple of big catches so far. Who's the SC State receiver who's been... I'm on the wrong team. It is... Jordan Smith, the number 23. Been very impressed with him. 5'11", 180. Seems to fit the profile of a slot receiver. But he's made some good plays in the end zone so far. Been very impressed with some of these guys. Yeah, we're just going to wait now while the band does its thing. Oh. Hello Lisa, hope you are doing well. Good to see you in the chat again. I had a double abscess in the right lower molar, of course the biggest tooth in my mouth, and now the only one missing one. Yeah, it's one of the most unpleasant pains in the world ever. When it started, I was on a flight back from Corsica. When it started, I've been on holiday, and it's one of the worst flights I've ever had in my life because I was just in extreme pain the entire flight back. Not what I want to deal with. Anyway, I'm just going to take a very quick break. I'm going to put the break screen up. I will be back in about 2 or 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Go get a brewski, something like that, and I will be right back with you all. caffeined up, even though it is 10:30 at night. That's how I roll. Still just in the halftime show at the moment, but anything you want to ask while we wait for the second half to go, then you know what to do. These shows are always so good. Yeah, Lisa, it is absolutely the worst paid ever. I would never wish anyone on that. It is. Whew. No thank you. Bucky Brooks mock draft, number 17, offensive tackle Caden Proctor. I would be traumatised if that's the pick the Lions made. No thank you. No thank you. Especially with killed. Yeah, so many good prospects after that. No Proctor, no Messidor, please and thank you. See if I can find. I don't know if there's anywhere that does. Nope. There's not an official stats thing that keeps stats from games like this, which is a shame. But I'll see if I can find something. I'm sorry if you can hear it through the mic, but I need to put it up loud enough so that I can listen to it. I really want Caleb Lomu, but to me it means they do not draft him. I know the feeling, Lisa. I know the feeling. I've just come to peace with the fact that the Lions will never draft anybody I really love out of college, and I'm fine with that. As long as the prospects themselves do well in the NFL to prove what I've said about them, then I don't mind. That's all I care about. But yeah, we're not going to get any of the ones I really like. There'll be no Kyle Louis. You know, there'll be no Caleb Tiernan. There'll be no Eric Hunter. I'm at peace with it. Caleb Lomu will be very interesting, though. For me, he's the only one you can plug and play at left tackle day one and not have to move Penne. Most of the others are right tackles, and you've got to move Penne across. And I think he can do it. I'd be fine with him doing it, but in an ideal world, we could leave Penne at right tackle. Caleb Lomu represents our best chance to let that happen. To keep him where he is. Don't get it. Both of them are dropping, but then I saw a mock draft today that had Spencer Farno at 3. I saw one yesterday where he's at 25, so it's like nobody has a clue what's going on right now with the two tackles. Lomu's always generally been a bit lower, but he's been more consistent, but Farnu's all over the place. I don't get it. And that is the halftime show done. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And hopefully we'll be back to the football again very shortly. Oh. Yeah, well, I'll have to do the proper stats breakdown of the game on the college pod on Wednesday before we do the defensive prospects at the combine. Because I can't find it anywhere. I think off the top of my head some players have played well, but in terms of the stats themselves, that's a no. Even the actual page itself doesn't keep up there. would 100% colour me more intrigued about Walker Harris now that half's done for development quarterback. He was money in that first half. The throws just looked effortless and accurate as what someone in his mould behind Jared Goff, whoever it's going to be. The Lions should be looking for a day 3 / undrafted free agent guy this year, just to as a potential long-term project while Goff plays out the remainder of his deal, and he would be ideal if you don't want to have to spend a draft pick on someone like Haynes King. Oh. Hutch on the TV, Hutch sighting. We have had some news. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell will be speaking at the Combine. I believe it's on Tuesday. So we'll have those interviews beforehand. Yeah, see the running back there, Jaquan Kelly, his touchdown. The Winston-Salem running back's been very impressive so far. Very impressive. It was a really nice run from him, but it was fantastic work from the line, pulling everybody to the left and just clearing out a lane. As we are getting ready for the second half, I think they're doing the Hall of Fame announcements potentially. What new guys going into the HBCU Hall of Fame? Yes, it is. Doing the Hall of Famers first. But both teams are back out, so we shall be underway again very shortly. Some of these head coaches from back in the day had reigns, let me tell you. Like I mentioned at the top of the show, Team Robinson, named after Eddie Robinson, he was head coach for 56 years at Grambling State, consecutively. That's over half a century, which is just absolutely insane, and he's got so many awards and accolades under his belt. 408 career wins is crazy. That's his son, I believe. Which is... Ooh. There you go. Commentators going in as well. Turn the volume back down again as we're about to get going. There he is, Curtis Allen, top HBCU player in the nation. He won the Harlan Hill this year, which is the Division II Heisman. First ever HBCU player to do so. 2,409 rushing yards and 30 rushing touchdowns. It's a shame he couldn't play today. He's just had a minor knock on his hamstring, but he's one who's certainly going to get looks from teams during the off-season. He's going to make it onto a 90 somewhere. I've watched some of his tape. He's absolutely electric. Again, it's at the Division II level, but they're showing you some of his footage here. He's just had an insane year. 6'2", 215 as well. He's got the frame. You can see the athletic ability there, the hurdle. Who doesn't love a good hurdle? Completely dominated Division II football this year. Alright, we are about to get underway again. 13 apiece. So that's a really great thing about this week as well. It's not just a week of practice and a week of games. This is like an entire week for every student. This does career fairs, job fairs, this is setting up your life after football as well. The way they do this week compared to what the Senior and Shrine Bowl do is really unique. That's what I really like about it. So it's not just about your football career, it's about what comes afterwards as well. Straight back up to the commentator's box. What a hero. Goes into the Hall of Fame. Back up to call the game. Right. Team Robinson is going to kick us off. Team Gaither is going to get the ball first. As long as they don't muff it. Interested to see who comes out. I wonder if Walker Harris comes out again to start the half or not. Oh no, I don't think we've seen Kelvin Durham yet. This might be Kelvin Durham. Might be Kelvin Durham. Oh, excuse me. Looking for a number 8 at quarterback if it is Kelvin Durham. Oh, we're doing the interview while the game's happening thing, so I can't see who's in at the minute. We'll look at the number in a minute. If it's 8, it's a new quarterback. 1st and 10 at the 25. Fake handoff, quick throw out, nice catch. Good running after the catch there, really strong running. That's DeAndre Proctor, the Johnson C. Smith receiver. He's having a very good game at this point. Some big catches. And that does look like it's Kelvin Durham. So he's the Johnson C. Smith quarterback. So these two know each other very well. Quarterback and one of his top weapons. But look at that after the catch. He's built big. He's 6'3". Sorry, there. He's, yeah. Sorry, got Kelvin Durham in. Yeah, DeAndre Proctor, 6'3", 210. He looks a big, nasty man. They hand off for about 2 yards. Nothing much going. Stood up in the middle of the line pretty much. Looks like Jaquan Kelly's still in there. He's getting a really good run out today. The Winston-Salem running back. He's really impressing. See, they're decent numbers for Kelvin Durham. 65%, 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. You like that pick number to be a little less, but... still solid numbers across the way. 2nd and 8 here. I think Jaquan Kelly is still in. It might be worth a little look after this. He's been very impressive. He's seeing a lot of the ball. 2nd and 8 at the 48. Oh! I don't know what went on there. I got fooled. I thought that was a handoff, but Durham kept the ball. Oh, he rolled out right into pressure there. That was blown up. The defensive lineman did not fall for the handoff. That's Team Robinson's number 1. That is Kelby Givens, the defensive lineman from Southern. He wasn't fooled by the fake handoff there. Right in the quarterback's face, and he had to ground it. Otherwise, that could have been getting picked and housed for a pick 6. 3rd and 8 at the 48. Early chance to get off the field here. Throw is short of the sticks. And he's going to be about a yard short there. That's Kelly out the backfield again. Jaquan Kelly, good catch. Worked really hard through contact there. He had a defender draped all over him, but managed to get it for 6. It's 4th and 2 just inside Team Robinson's half. I think they're probably going to go for this here. Kelvin Durham's going over to the sideline. He's coming back into the huddle now. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2. Again, really, really impressed with Jaquan Kelly here. Some great plays from him. Are they going to hand it off to him to try and get this? Keep giving your better playmaker the ball here. Snaps back into shotgun. And they hand it off. Kelly through the middle. He's hit a huge gap and he's gone. He's going. Oh, he's just not got the breakaway speed. He's down to the 7. Oh my days. What a drive he's having. Maybe seeing the lack of breakaway speed there. But the centre. That is wonderful work from the centre. But Kelly just hits a hole in the middle and he's gone. Has 2 DBs who track him down and take him down at the 6. But what a drive. The Winston-Salem running back is having one. And they're down to the 8-yard line it came down at in the end. But the centre there with a perfect double block. He came up to the 2nd level. Took 2 guys out. Durham throws to the end zone. It's a touchdown. And that is DeAndre Proctor again. His favourite wide receiver. The Johnson C. Smith connection. Kelvin Durham to DeAndre Proctor. That is a touchdown for Team Gaither. What a start to the half that was. Beautiful spiral throw. DB has no chance of getting to it. And the big man on the outside. That is a fantastic catch. Team Robinson's defense taken to shreds. And what an absolutely stunning drive that was. DeAndre Proctor, you can see there, nearly 80 receptions this year, over 1,000 yards, 9 tutties, he's All-American. Man, look at him. He's got the size, he's got the frame, he's got the stature. What a drive that was, but all fronted by Jaquan Kelly, the running back out of Winston-Salem. What a drive he's had, and some great work on the offensive line. Got to give kudos to those boys here. The PAT is up. The PAT is down Broadway. That is 20-13 for Team Gaither. Beautiful, beautiful play there. What an entertaining game this has been. This is by far the best Legacy Bowl I've ever seen. I've seen the last few of them, and usually they're very, especially in the second half, they get very gritty, very defensive heavy. But there's been some fantastic offensive play here so far. And this is where you see them. These where names go in the book. This is all I spend my time doing with college football. I watch games, I see players, I take names, and that's how you find out about these guys. Yeah, and that's why I love this this All-Star game. You just see so many talents you've not seen before. And there's a lot of legitimate players here. Let's see what we can find out about them. Just in the commercial break right now. Waiting for Team Robinson, now 7 down, to see if they can respond. That is, we had opening drive touchdowns from both teams in the first half. Now we've had an opening drive touchdown in the second half. I believe. Have we? I think we have. If we get one here, then both teams will have scored opening drive touchdowns. Opening half drive touchdowns in both halves of this game. I don't know where some of these schools are. I'm learning school names with this one. Coming back here, and what a game we've got. Team Gaither 20, Team Robinson 13. The HBCU Legacy Bowl is not disappointing so far. We've had some fantastic play from receivers on both sides of the ball. The quarterback play has been top-notch so far. The running backs have been good. The offensive lines, apart from a period in the second quarter where both lines kind of went a bit funny, for the most part, it's been great. We've had some splash defensive plays, but yeah, the defenses need to get their acts together here. Really need to get their acts together. This is where we take names and receipts. Interviewing more Hall of Famers. Well done, guys. Thoroughly deserved. Right, Team Robinson beginning their next drive at the 25. 4 minutes into the second half. Oh, throw tipped. Oh, that was unlucky. That was Cameron Nelson, the Miss Valley State receiver. Just had the pass thrown in his direction, wobbled. That was 54. On Team Gaither's defense. That was Max Uren, the linebacker from NCCU. Just got a little bit of a hand on it to wobble that pass so that the receiver got taken off. 2nd and 10. We got a handoff. Really good run down the right-hand side. Goes for about 14. That is Denario Davenport again. They're running some of these guys hard in this. He's had a really impressive game. It's the Jackson State running back. You can just see here. Look at that block from 13. That is Travunta Abner, the Alabama A&M tight end. Look at him come across and the block he puts down there for Davenport. You saw Abner's receiving prowess earlier. 2 really good catches on one of their first drives in this game. And now you're seeing him as a pull blocker there, which just releases the running back. Travunta Abner's a name going in the book. He's only 6'2", 249. It's small for a tight end, but he plays a lot harder as Denario Davenport finds another gap. He's through into the backfield down to the 42. Back-to-back huge runs from the Jackson State running back. How impressive has he been so far? Jaquan Kelly doing it for Team Gaither, but Denario Davenport fighting back, although, no, it's flagged. We got a hold. Oh, that's a backbreaker, that is. That was a great run again. I don't know who's been pinged for holding. Oh, that's a shame, that is. Those are the penalties that kill you. That's going to be a 1st and 20 now. Instead of a 1st and 10 at about the 40 of their opponent. Got 9.5 minutes of the third quarter to go. They're back now at their own 27, our Team Robinson, instead of the opponent's 42. That is the margins here. Handoff again goes for about 5. Got a different running back in now. That is Jacorian Sewell from Alcorn State. Gets about 5, maybe 6. It's Reggie Davis. Who did I say? It's Reggie Davis, sorry. The Alcorn... Yeah, 2 Alcorn State running backs. I got the wrong one. It's Reggie Davis, not Jacorian Sewell. So 2nd and 17. He only got 3. I thought he got a lot more than that. 2nd and long here. We're going to see some plays from Eric Hunter now, maybe. I'm manifesting some plays from Eric Hunter, if he's still in. I can't see if he is. We've got another handoff. Running back hits a gap through the left. He's going to get it all. And he gets about an extra 2 yards. That's a 19-yard run there. And that is Reggie Davis again. The Alcorn State running back. And these offensive lines are doing some numbers, man. They are gashing out some holes. That is fantastic play. It's the guard. It's the right guard and the center. It's all 3 interior guys, to be fair. Oh, we got Noah Bodden in as quarterback for these guys now. The Edward Waters quarterback. All 3 of them did play in the first half, so they must be re-rotating, or they're just giving him the most reps. We've seen Cameron Ransom and Cameron Peters. We got another handoff. Don't fix what ain't broke. Hits another gap again. Gets about 5. This is really good running from Reggie Davis. Ducked under a tackle from the edge. Should have been taken down at the line of scrimmage. To just managed to get skinny enough. 840 yards, 10 tutties for him this year and 144 rushes. He's going at well over 6 yards a clip. Got a 2nd and 4, and this Team Robinson run game really imposing its will on Team Gaither here. Really imposing its will. Can see Jeremiah Frazier, the Alabama State center's in here. I've heard some good stuff about him. Oh, we're going to the air this time, and it's just a bit too far in front of the receiver. Not a good throw from Noah Bodden. Was going for Armoni Harris, the Clark Atlanta receiver. But he'd come back. He'd come on. He ran a stop route, and he just threw it too far in front of him. If he'd carried on running, it'd have been perfect. Bit of miscommunication there. We got a 3rd and 6 coming up. Opportunity now for Team Gaither to reverse these big losses they've just had. They've got away from the run game of Team Robinson. They have a running back in the backfield though. They do run it straight through the middle. They get a 1st down and more. This time it's Jared Sims, the Florida Memorial running back. Really good blocking there. That's one of the receivers. That's Travunta Abner again. Watch the tight end on the right come across, picks up his guy at the 2nd level, and just opens up the room for the running back to go. I've been really impressed with Travunta Abner. Receiving and blocking. You see him there, number 13. They like to pull him a lot as a blocker. That's a name going in the book. Oh, we got an interception, and this is getting taken back to the house. The play is made. Noah Bodden with a terrible throw. That is picked off. And it is returned to the house. That is Aaron Harris, the North Carolina A&T corner. And he just jumped a route. And just like that, Team Gaither up to a 14-point lead. If this PAT comes in and they do the bowling celebration, they do the bowling pins. That was a really bad throw there. Just puts it in the air. It's behind his receiver. He's never going to have an easier catch in his life, is Aaron Harris. That was just a terrible throw. Oh, it gets even worse. It was a throw to Armoni Harris. He ran kind of like a little bit of a slant inwards. But Clark just stayed out there. And the quarterback threw it right to him. Noah Bodden threw it right to him. Pick 6 for Aaron Harris, the NCAA DB. Big play for him there. I think he confused the quarterback. He looked like he tried to jump the route, scared the quarterback into a throw, and they're going to go for 2 points here. Oh no, wait, he didn't get home. It wasn't a pick 6. It's got down to the 1 yard line. Oh, Team Robinson's defense make a stand. Stuffed. That's big number 90. That's Tony Roundtree from Savannah State with the block. So it's still 20-13. I thought they'd done it as the pick 6, but they've put it at the 1 yard line. But I think they've just lost a yard there. Kelvin Durham is back in at quarterback for Team Gaither. I mean, this is good for him. He gets to potentially throw another touchdown pass. The more the merrier when the scouts are on show. 2nd down. No, they hand it off again straight through the middle. And who else is it? Jaquan Kelly. The Winston-Salem running back is having an absolute barnstormer here. And he just runs up the middle untouched. Less touch than the Virgin Mary. That's a huge block from Courier Sharp, the North Carolina A&T guard. That's such wonderful play from the offensive line there. I tell you what, Jaquan Kelly, remember the name. Remember the name. The kid's having a performance for the ages here. He looks tremendous. But some of these linemen are going to be worth a look as well. So it is 27-13 now. It is 27-13 now. Jaquan Kelly, the man, keeps on running and running. Team Robinson in a hole now, and they might have to switch their quarterback. Noah Bodden with a really bad throw there, but his touchdown to interception ratio this year is 13-12, so maybe showing you a few of the reasons as to why that is the case there. Flag. They got there in the end, but yeah. And just those stats to show that holding call wiped out that huge run that would have got Team Robinson to the 42, and then immediately afterwards they throw the pick, and they're back at their own 1. This could have been a level game. Now it's a 2-score game. It's fine margins, but fair play to Team Gaither. They punished them. One holding call, and then that's it. They've just taken the game away from them here, and it's going to be interesting now. Can they get back into it 2 scores down? You figure they will, the way it's been going so far. I'm glad I went live for this. I'm glad I did. I was thinking twice about doing it, but I'm glad I did. It's been a really, really fun game so far. The tight end. I'm still writing names down here. Where are you? Where have you gone? Alabama A&M. Just in a commercial break at the minute. Team Gaither up 27-13, and I'm pretty sure that 27 now is the highest amount of points any team has scored in a Legacy Bowl game so far. In 3 of the last 4 years, there's been teams who've been in single figures, so offensively you're already seeing how much better this is this year. The quality keeps getting better and better. The more these games go on, the more these all-star games go on. Year by year it's getting more competitive. And it's really, really fun to see. This is a lot more fun than the Senior Bowl, I'll tell you that much. A lot more fun. These guys are really working for it, and there we go. Again, the pick, the all-important pick. See, Aaron Harris won't care. Even if it weren't a pick six, it's still... There you go. A pick is a pick. A big play is a big play. You'd like to have finished that off, but they got in eventually. There you can see 13 pass breakups this year. Part of the CAA. And when you've got that many pass breakups in a year, you've got a nose for the ball, and he knew exactly where to be there. Just want that extra half a mile an hour just to make sure you get that thing home. There we go, Team Robinson back out there, trying to see who's at quarterback. I'll see the number in a moment. Number 2. Oh, lovely pass, lovely throw. This is Cameron Ransom back out there. I was really impressed with the Bethune-Cookman quarterback earlier, and he comes out and throws an absolute dart to Mackay Lovett downfield. And Mackay Lovett, after the catch, goes for a few yak as well. But again, fake handoff, stands in the pocket, got a man on him, he can feel the pressure, and that's in a bucket. And Lockett takes 3 players to get him out of play, just sidesteps back in. Boop, boop. Look at those ankles. Back in he goes, cuts inside again. It takes 3 guys to wrestle him out of play. 4 guys to wrestle him out of play. Great play there, Ransom to love it. They're in the half already of Team Gaither. Handoff, and it's stuffed. Might be a tiny little loss there. But after the big play, trying to get the ball on the ground again, running it with Denario Davenport once more. Didn't quite get there, but... yeah, Cameron Ransom's been probably the second best quarterback of the day so far, and he's back in there slinging it, so they want to get back in here. In the huddle, 2nd and 10. Got 3.5 minutes of the third quarter to go. They're at halfway. Still in a decent position here. You want to get some yardage this time. Do have a running back in the eye. Drops back. Hands it off. Trying to hit a gap on the left. Makes it. Gets about 13. That is a really good run. And once again, it's Denario Davenport. He's having a really good game opposite Jaquan Kelly. Just look at the patience of the run here. Doesn't look like there's much. Just sees a little gap, stutters in and out. Gets to the perimeter, puts his head down, gets extra yardage. That's really good running after contact, but that's great patience from him. He's having a day today. He's out at the moment on the sideline, having a bit of a breather, but he's keeping them in this, keeping them on the ground. They're up to the 37. They need points on this drive. They need a touchdown, but they need points as a minimum. And Cameron Ransom coming back into this attack immediately has sparked them back to life again. Running back in the eye once more. Fake handoff. Oh, a switch! Oh, what a play that is. That is a switch to Ronnie West. It goes for about 15. What a play design. That's the Clark Atlanta wide receiver. He's running an end around to the left, and that's great play from the quarterback again. He delays the handoff to the actual running back, then fakes it, then just casual little toss off to the right hand side. And that's really good running there from Ronnie West. Gets about 15. 50 receptions for Clark Atlanta this year. He's 6', 178. But he can fly. At sub 180, you can fly. Love the play call in there. This has got it all. They're up to about the 21. I lied. They're at the 23. But Team Robinson are knocking on the door. Fake handoff again. Quarterback dukes the edge. Dumps it off. Goes for about... oh, that is filthy! Oh, my Lord! That is disgusting from Dupree Fuller, the tight end from Southern. It's a touchdown. What a play that is. Cameron Ransom, first off, destroys an edge with a rollout to the left. Is it a touchdown? No, it's 1st and goal. This is disgusting. The quarterback rolls out to the left, meets his receiver, and the receiver goes to the edge, just stops on a dime. He puts the brakes on. The defender flies out of play, and he just carries on up the line. It's a really good saving tackle. It's a fantastic saving tackle. That's Team Gaither's number 21. That's Jordan Williams, the Bowie State defensive back, who I think gets to him in time. Oh, I don't think he does. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. They've not given it, though. But Dupree Fuller, the filthiest. Like, he just sticks on the brakes, and the defender just dives out of play as they try to hand it off. Stuffed at the line, back to the 2. Good defense there from Team Gaither. Very good defense. I think that looks like Chris Calhoun, the Elizabeth City State linebacker, coming up to help with that. But yeah, the way he just put the brakes on there, and that Team Gaither defender just flew out of play. That is filthy footwork, that was. And that's a tight end as well. But yeah, Dupree Fuller, he's only 6'3", 225. He looks a lot bigger. He must be playing at a bigger weight at the moment. Second and goal from the 2. Throw from Ransom. It's picked in the end zone. And what a bad throw that was. Oh, this game's got everything now. All over the show. And that is Jelani Vassell, the NCCU defensive back. And that is just a completely underthrown ball, which lands straight in his laps. It's still a good catch, but Ransom, who's been so good, that's terrible. That's a throw to Mackay Lovett. Just completely undersells it, and what would have been a massive touchdown for Team Robinson is taken away from them. But huge play there from Jelani Vassell. The DBs are starting to do it now. The defenses are giving up a lot of yards, but they're starting to hit back in clutch situations. This is a whole bunch of fun. A whole bunch of fun so far. But yeah, Jelani Vassell, big play there. Keeping Team Robinson at bay, and a big opportunity's just gone. Big opportunity. That is such a shame. Cameron Ransom's been so good in this game. And just one bad throw and it's all changed on a dime. Just in a break at the moment. Team Gaith are going to get the ball back in a moment, probably at their own 25 if they've intercepted at the end zone. But massive missed opportunity for Team Ransom there. For Team Ransom. For Team Robinson. But my God, this is a lot of fun. The scouts have got a lot to dig into in this game. Quite a lot of these players should be getting a second look when all this is said and done. This might be one of my favourite All-Star games I've ever watched. And I've watched quite a lot of them. Yeah, I just put a tweet up on Twitter now, and people are already mentioning Jaquan Kelly. Man, he is special. I'm gonna take a lot of look at his tape when this is said and done. Team Gaith are now wanting to put this to bed. We got 50 seconds left of the third quarter. They're 2 scores up now. One more score probably does it. What can Team Robinson's defense do? They can force a throwaway there. Good pressure from the defensive line. I should probably see who's in at quarterback for them at the minute. I have to keep scrolling up my list. I need to get some better lists for the future. It is Kelvin Durham is still in, the Johnson C. Smith quarterback. He's been very good so far. Quite a sensible decision to throw away there. It wasn't a bad throwaway. It's just he was under a lot of pressure. So made the decision to get rid, which is good. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Team Robinson need 2 more stops in. Need to get them off the field. Snaps back. Quarterback drops back. Throws out wide. And that one is a bad throw that time. Tries to throw basically a screen out to the perimeter to Malik Hunter. Throws it behind him. But probably wouldn't have been much there even if the wide receiver had have got it, because he was matched up in press with a DB. He might have got a yard or 2 at most. Quincy Ivory there with the pressure, the star Jackson State edge rusher we mentioned at the start. Had that big sack earlier. He's sniffing. It's 3rd and 10. Keep an eye out for number 6 there. He's gonna be the one who's been wanting to make the play. He's lining up at the... Looks like he's lining up at the 4-eye this time. Pocket collapses. It's intercepted at the 40. Return to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. It's a touchdown for Team Robinson. And just like that, this game turns on its head again. Team Robinson needed a star, and Blake Davis, the DB from Grambling State, picks him off and returns it 40 yards to the house. And right after Team Robinson are picked off in the Geither end zone, Team Geither throw a pick 6 right back to them, and we have a 1-score game again. What is the quarterback seeing here? He just overthrows his target by miles. And really good blocking from the Robinson defense to allow him to come straight back up the field. But Blake Davis, take a bow, son. What a play that is. And returning it 40 yards to the end zone. Kick is up, kick is good. It's Geither 27, Robinson 20 with 25 seconds of the third quarter to go. And man, this is ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, backwards and forwards. I'm having a thoroughly good time here. Defense is starting to make big plays now. These quarterbacks who have been doing so well are now making some iffy decisions. See, that's such a shame. That is such a shame. Kelvin Durham had looked really good up to that point. But then just started to force his throws a little bit, and that one was just way too high. At the minute, Walker Harris is the one who's standing out, and Cameron Ransom, but he's thrown that pick, so Cameron Peters is probably the one now. Cameron Peters and Walker Harris are the two who are most mistake-free so far. Look at that, Blake Davis. 3 PBUs, 2 interceptions this year. Add another one to the books, son. Excellent work. And incredibly well blocked on his return. This is a great game, Brent. I agree. It is backwards and forwards. The sun is setting. The scene is perfect. We've got a 1-score game again now. Who was he throwing to? There was a receiver coming across, but he overthrows him by about, I'd say at least 1.5 yards. You can see a hand coming up for it, but he just puts a few too many revs on the ball. I couldn't work out, but the ex-receiver had cut in from the outside. I couldn't see who the ex-receiver was, but he sort of cut inside. Unless he sort of cut too thin. Oh, sorry, cut too sharply. If he'd have been running sort of more of a slant from where he was at, he might have got it. But it's just a bit of miscommunication. Especially when QBs are not throwing to receivers they've worked with before. You've seen some good matchups in this between quarterbacks and receivers from the same team. But if you've not played with them before, just the timing's a little bit off. The pressure didn't seem particularly bad either. It was just a poor throw. But great interception, great return. God, my list of names here is growing longer and longer. But yeah, Travunta Abner, the tight end's getting a lot of love as well. I've loved his blocking and his receiving performance. He's got a receiving touchdown, and he's pulled off some fantastic blocks that have set off some big runs in this as a pulling tight end. He needs a look. He needs a look from somebody. Especially in this ragged tight end class. Just in a commercial break at the minute, so you're not missing anything. approaching the last quarter. And what a fantastic game this has been. We've got all combine highlights now. Yep. 5 days and the combine officially starts. Or on Wednesday when they start doing their drills. Was it Thursday? Thursday they do the drills, my bad. Thursday they start the drills. 5 days. Chris Olave showing himself at the HBCU Legacy Bowl there. A lot of famous names in town. Right, we're off underway again. Team Gaither now just a 1-score lead. Need to reassert their dominance here. That looks like Poole, who they've got in the backfield currently. Why am I looking wrong here? I'm looking somewhere. Anyhow, Walker Harris is back in. The NC Central quarterback, who's been the standout receiver so far. Quarterback so far. Let's see if he can keep his resume going again. Oh no, throws it short. Looking for JJ Evans. Grounds it. Oh man, these quarterbacks have just kind of gone off the boil a little bit, but he's not been in since the start of the game. He's had a long break. He was the first quarterback in the game, so got to take his time. 3rd and 7. Potential to get this drive off, and Team Robinson going to have a chance to level this one up. Big down here. They're only at their own 28 to Team Gaither, so they should get good field position if this has to be punted away. Walker Harris there. I think he's got Jaquan Kelly in his backfield. It would not surprise me if they handed it off to him. Gone for a bit of a heavy set here as well. No, he's out the backfield. Walker Harris stays strong in the pocket but has to throw away, and he's picked! Oh God, it's the commentator's curse. He's intercepted now as well. Oh my God, this game has turned and this Team Robinson defense has come to play. That is... Oh God. That is DeAndre Morris, the Alabama State DB, and that's an even worse interception. Oh my God. Just stop throwing the football. Just run the football, guys. Pack it in. DeAndre Morris with the pick there. What does Harris see? He has a guy. There's no one there. There's absolutely no one there unless the pressure has just gotten to him and put him off balance for his throw. He's thrown it right to the safety. Oh God, it's commentator's curse. Oh Lord. That's like 4 interceptions this half now. Oh dearie me. Oh, this is fun. This is so much fun. Defense is just on top right now. Just completely on top. These teams need to run it more. You've got Jaquan Kelly in your backfield. Why are you not running the football? You should have gone for it there. 3rd and 7. Run the football. You did it earlier. Unbelievable here. We've had an interception in the end zone. We've then had a pick that's returned to the opposition 1. And then we've just had picks traded. We've had a pick 6, and now we've had another pick. I think that is the last 4 drives that have ended in interceptions, if I'm now not mistaken. Apart from the one that went in from the 1-yard line. So that's 4 of the last 5 drives have ended up in interceptions. Crazy. Not even at the 4th quarter yet. Oh dear. And this is why the quarterbacks are not getting much love this year. Way too inconsistent with their throwing. There's some good talent there. Oh, I should have just kept my mouth shut about Walker Harris, saying how good he looked and how we should give him a look, and then he just throws that. Oh, boy. Oh, Domino's, stop showing me food. It is a pick fest, Brent. It's what we call an Austrian bakery performance. Turnovers galore. The Austrians love turnovers. And I love turnovers, to be fair. Can't beat a good apple turnover. Or an interception turnover. Either or. We're at break again. There are a lot of breaks at the minute. There are a lot of interceptions. We're having a lot of break in play. I think we're somewhere near the fourth quarter. Another mock draft. That's Eric's. He's got us taking Avian Terrell. If the Lions take a defensive back at 17 in this draft, people just want to watch the world burn. So let's see this throw again. No. Harris is not under pressure. He just tosses that thing up and off it gets picked. His right tackle got walked back into him, but there's no contact before the throw. He shouldn't have. I think that was a desperation throw. 3rd and 7. Kind of putting it up there. Hoping one of his guys gets it. Team Robinson at the 41 of Team Gaither, 41 yards away from leveling this up when they look dead and buried. Like 8 minutes ago, they were 2 scores down and just got picked off in the Gaither end zone and it looked over for them, and now this game is wide open. Hand off to the running back. It is blown up to Kingdom Come, and we might have an injury here. We have a shoulder tackle, and this looks like a... Don't tell me that's a 40. No, that's not a 40. That's not Eric Hunter. No, please. Oh, it's... Is that 7? Oh, it's 20. That's 20 for Team Gaither. That is Jaden Carter. That is a Morgan State DB, though. He comes in low. It's a great tackle. I don't know if he's just got impact pains because he came in quite hot. It was a big hit. He looks alright. I think he's just shaking off an impact injury. But that was that's a 4-yard tackle for a loss, that. It's just a run tried to go out to the left and just completely blown up. Cameron Peters is in at quarterback now, the Prairie View A&M. He is the sole guy who's not thrown a pick now, I think. And he's played pretty well, so come on, Cameron Peters. He drops back on 2nd and 14. Throws it up in the air. Dangerous. What a grab. What an absolute wonderful catch there. That is John McCall, the Kentucky State receiver. I thought this was going to get picked off. It's a lovely spiral throw in the air. McCall gets up big. Big contact with the ground. Keeps it in his hands. That's a fantastic catch there. The Kentucky State receiver, 6'3", 200, using every bit of that frame to go up for the contested catch. And that's a huge gainer there. And Team Robinson's in business, converting 2nd and 14. They're well into Team Gaither territory now. They're at the 23-yard line. Cameron Peters drops back. He's under pressure. He's sacked. He throws it away. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen there. It's him again. That's Michael Lunds. Michael Lunds just, a filthy swipe move on the left tackle. That is disgustingly good. Michael Lunds had that drive earlier. He had a big tackle for loss. And then a sack where he bulldozed the left guard out the way, but he just swipes the left tackle's arm away there with reckless abandon. Michael Lunds has had a terrific game, the SC State edge rusher. Again, these SC State Bulldogs, 19 tackles for a loss and 9.5 sacks this year. That's what he's all about. He's had some major impact plays in this game. Got 2nd and 10 at the 23. Handoff, blown up in the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It should have been a loss. It was Denario Davenport with the run. He got impacted big time. And there he is, Eric Hunter, E40, making the play. He's coming off to the sideline now. But that run was just blown up, and that's what E40 is all about. Blitzing that A-gap and keeping the running back down to a bare minimum. Looks like he's taken a little bit of a hit there, but he's alright. They're not showing a replay of it, but the running back was contacted 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then I think Eric Hunter came up and finished it off. It's 3rd and 10 at the 23. This would be a big stop for Team Gaither. Big stop. Cameron Peters drops back. He runs through the middle. He's broke contain. He's going to get the first down on his own. He gets about 13. Really good work from the Prairieville A&M quarterback. Celebration Bowl winning quarterback. Very sensible. Went through all his reads. There was nothing there. The offensive line opened up a hole in the middle. He went scrambling. Beat 2 defenders on the way to getting a first down. Juked Max Uren, the NC Central linebacker, to get to where he needed to. Cameron Peters leading a really good drive here. We've got just over 9.5 minutes to go of the game. This has gone in a blur. It's been fantastic. Got a running back in the backfield. Denario Davenport's in there. It's handoff. Oh! Cameron Peters completely jukes a defender. Throws to the end zone, but it's a good pass breakup. And that's Uren getting his revenge. The linebacker there, really good coverage to break up a pass in the end zone. But Cameron Peters just, the edge completely bites on the fake handoff. That's such good coverage there. He's aiming for Ronnie West, I think, the Clark Atlanta receiver, but Uren showing his coverage skills as linebacker there. See that, 4.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks for him this year. Another one of these do-it-all linebacker types. We got a 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line. Can still get a first down. Back to Cameron Peters. Protection's good, but he's sacked. Eventually came through the left guard. That is Sean Robinson from Fayetteville State, home of Joshua Williams, Super Bowl winner. But he just breaks through where the left guard is. Initially, the protection's good, but he just finds his way through. Manages to take down Cameron Peters. It's going to be a 3rd and 17. Team Gaither's defense has really stepped up on this drive. A lot of big splash plays, putting Robinson in bad situations. Just under 8 minutes to go, so they're not in go-for-it territory yet. The field goal will be pretty simple from here. They're at the 19 still. You get a good chunk of this back yet. Oh, and they've got a free play. They've got a free play. They jumped him offside unless this is a false start. One of Team Gaither's defenders jumped off very visibly, but was he set off? Don't know what's gone on here. It's 4th down. Okay, so that was a little bit odd. It looked like one of the Team Gaither defenders jumped, so the play started. The quarterback threw it away thinking that it wasn't... Oh, no, the quarterback got sacked. He got sacked for a 5-yard loss, so it's a 4th and 22. Jovcic comes out to kick. Going to be a much longer kick now than it would have been before. It's a 40-yarder. Kick is up, kick is good, and it's a 4-point game. But that's really good defense from Team Gaither. But a little bit of a miscommunication there on the snap. They thought it was a jump offside, but it was just a very well-timed snap. Very well timed, get off. So there you have it, 27-23. About 6 minutes to go. Multitasking now. Number 1 Michigan versus number 3 Duke just started go blue. Good luck to Michigan. I saw that, Brent. Their courtside tickets are going for $6,500 for a college basketball game, which is insane to me. But I guess 1 versus 3 in the country, it's a high price ticket, and it's in Is it in New York as well? I think. Oh no, it's in Washington. So it's Michigan versus Duke in Washington, and the tickets are selling at $6,500 a go. That is a big ticket event. So, good luck to Michigan. Seem to have a very good basketball team this year. There's not too long of the Legacy Bowl game left now, though. So, this is what we're about. Quarter to the hour, should be done by about the top of the hour here, which will be midnight here, 7 o'clock your time. And this has gone very quickly. I'll say that. We've been streaming 2.5 hours. These streams have gone really quickly today. It felt like the Q&A earlier. I streamed for about half an hour and it was over 2 hours. Oh. This is going to be a fun one to review, though. We'll do a full review of this game on College Pod next week, but certainly a lot of names you should be taking down here. I've got some Jaquan Kelly, the running back from Winston-Salem. We've got DeAndre Proctor, the wide receiver from Johnson C. Smith. Kelvin Durham, the Johnson C. Smith quarterback, although after that pick I might have to take him off there. Travonta Abner, the tight end from Alabama A&M, is a name to know now. In a middling tight end class, he genuinely looks like he could bring a different skill set to the next level. They're showing you here. This is one of his blocks from earlier. Look, here they are. They're showing number 13, Abner. Just sprung for that big run earlier. He's been really, really good. That's a name I'm going to explore a lot going forward. There are the 2 namesake head coaches. How do you spend 56 seasons as a head coach at a team? Some people don't live that long. That was just his coaching career at Grambling State. But yeah, what an homage to them this has been. This has been fantastic. This has been the best of the lot. This is setting a standard for future years. Again, do not sleep on this All-Star game. Ooh, have we got a jump there? Oh, what a catch! We're getting more and more here. So we're back on to Team Gaither again. That is DeAndre Proctor. I've just mentioned him. The big ex-receiver. Look at that. Great grab, great catch. He's from Johnson C. Smith. Colour me very, very intrigued about this kid. Big play here. We've got William Atkins in at the minute, the SC State quarterback. So Walker Harris has been pulled after 1 drive and that pick. I think William Atkins is one of the ones who's thrown a pick in this game. But we'll know what it is. But yeah, DeAndre Proctor's been superb. We've got a handoff this time. The run is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Absolutely stuffed. That's Kelby Givens, the defensive lineman from Southern. Just absolutely stonewalled that thing. That was going nowhere. It says 2nd and 9, but it's not. It's like 2nd and 9 3/4. Excuse me. Team Gaither trying to run this one out. 5.5 minutes to go. This is big because the clock doesn't stop in these games. So you've got one more first down you can give up and then it's going to be very difficult. So you ideally need to stop. They're at their own 43 here. It's a handoff again. Hits the edge. Gets for about 3. Jaquan Kelly's back in again. Oh, hang on. No, it's not. Is it? 28. I don't have a 28 here. I'm missing somebody. It's Sewell. They're missing a running back out the rotation. Because they've got Curtis Allen listed here, and Curtis Allen's not playing. So I apologise, Sewell. I don't have your info up here. I have everybody else's, but not yours. I thought I'd seen him earlier. 3rd and 6. Clock's running down to 4.5 minutes. This has got to be the stop for Team Robinson here. It's got to be the stop. Otherwise, the clock's going to start working against you. What can William Atkins come up with? Snaps back. He drops. Surveying. Looking. Throwing. Ooh, this is going to be close. This is going to be uber close. There was a reception, but was he coming back from the line of scrimmage? It's Jordan Smith, the SC State wide receiver, who's had a fantastic game. Oh no, it's incomplete. It's 4th and 6. Team Robinson get there. Stop. That was close. That was really close. I think whoever's in coverage there has done a hell of a job. Because I thought the catch was there. He's jammed that out. Look at that. Onwuazor, the left tackle. He's 6'8", nearly 6'9". He can touch the goalposts on his tiptoes pretty much. That's crazy. But the punt is going up. Oh, that's a big punt. That is. Lands at the 13. It's returned. 1, 2, 3 tackles missed. 4 tackles missed. 5 tackles missed. Loses his helmet. Gets to the 22 and there's a ton of flags down. An absolute ton of flags. That is Trenton Leary, the Texas Southern wide receiver, on the return. Broke 5 tackles to get 10 yards, but this flag's down, so I don't know what's going on here. What have we got, ref? Face mask. Kicking team. 15 yards. That's going to be from about the 37 then. It's a good return from Leary. So we have 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Team Robinson is down 4, but they have the ball. This is the drive. Can you kill the clock and get a touchdown? This is very exciting stuff. It's been a pleasure from start to finish. This game has very, very competitive. Is there one last great drive in Team Robinson? Team Gaither's defense has just made the big plays when it's needed to in this game. The defensive line's just been a little bit better, so can these guys do it? This is a wonderful opportunity for Eric Hunter to make his mark on this game. Spike that ball. Blow the Gallahorn. I wouldn't blow the Gallahorn. I'd stick a banana in it and block it. Because I am that petty. Just in a commercial break before the one of the last drives of this game, we are in a very tight situation here. 4-point game, 3.5 minutes to go, potential winning drive on the books. This is going right down to the wire. And I can't believe I've streamed for like 5 hours today and my internet has behaved. If I do go off at some point before the end of the game, I won't be back. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we can manage another 10 minutes before this game is over. Yes, this Legacy Bowl's been fantastic. I'll put a list of names up on Twitter when I'm done of people who've really shone out today. But it has been absolutely tremendous. Hey, no worries, Contra Pastime. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like, who wants to listen to a British guy talk about the HBCU Legacy Bowl? Like, nobody should in theory. Like, This is just a stream I really shouldn't be doing, like, cause just who wants to listen to me talk about it? But you guys do, so I appreciate you. You could listen to so many other people and you choose me, and I appreciate the hell out of it. Here we go. We're seeing highlights of Xavier Smith, the old Rattlers wide receiver, who's now with the LA Rams. You can get to the NFL through this game. Period. You've just got to look hard enough and be willing to. Gerald put it really good in a tweet the other day. He goes, if you want to become a better evaluator, look at small school prospects, because it forces you to think outside the box and look harder. I know it's done well for me. I can appreciate so much more about this game now looking at these guys, because it's more than just God-given talent. Here we go, 3:25, Team Robinson in. Can't see who the quarterback is at the moment. It's quarterback scramble, throws out pockets. And it's dropped. That is a bad drop. They could have got within the 40 just there. Just trying to see who's in. I'm assuming it's still Cameron. Oh no. They've got Noah Bodden in there. So Noah Bodden's the quarterback who threw the nearly pick six earlier. The really bad one. Like one of the worst of the day. That's a really bad drop. That's a beautiful throw. It's the tight end. Trenton Leary. Oh, the wide receiver, sorry, Trenton Leary from Texas Southern just drops it. 2nd and 10 at the 36. No do or die. There's no punting it here. You've got to go for it every play. Drop back. Surveyed. Throw it out to the running back. He's dropped it. Unbelievable. That's Gerard Sims, the Florida Memorial running back. Just leaks out the backfield. It doesn't look a bad throw. It looks like he just drops it. Oh, that is money. That is a money throw. That is a horrible drop from Gerard Sims. First Trenton Leary, then Gerard Sims. I feel sorry for Noah Bodden. He's put two really good throws there, and both of them have just been dropped. Now it's 3rd and 10. You've got 2 downs to make 10 yards. The clock is ticking down to 2 minutes. You don't have to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. It doesn't look like they are. They're not. Down to the 2-minute warning. I'd have got a playoff before that there, but this is big now. This is your last drive. 2 plays to get 10 yards to keep yourself going. God. After a game where we've had such great receiver play, this is not the time now where you want to start dropping things. It really isn't. Oh, what a fun one this has been. I keep saying it. I'm sorry I keep saying it, but this has been a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. I always root for these long shots to make it in the NFL. I do as well. See, people just write them off. They're like, yeah, no one's going to... I mean, it's easy to just make the assumption that no one from this Legacy Bowl is going to make it in the NFL, because the odds are you might be right. But it's easy assumption to make, and you put no effort into making that judgment. You're just like, oh, it's the Legacy Bowl, that's it. Doing the hard work is actually looking at it, seeing if there's somebody there. And there are people here who can make it in the NFL. That's the hard part. That's why I like to do it. You put these names out, and even if only 1 or 2 people hear these names and they listen about them, it's 1 or 2 more people who know about them, and the more you spread the word, the more exposure these guys get. Because that's the trouble with a lot of these guys. They're talented, they just don't get exposure. They don't get to go to the big all-star games, they don't get to go to the combine, they don't get to meet with all the big wigs and the power makers. You know, they have to deal with area scouts and, you know, just low-level people. They don't get to deal with the people in power. And so many of these guys, just, you know, they will work their arse off to get on your roster. And there's just too many, you know, kids from Power 5 schools who are just half-arsing it, who don't care, who get rosters just because of where they're from. And all these guys don't. Like, if you watch this game today, you have seen plenty of, you know, development talent here to get into good players. There is plenty of development talent to work with here. Plenty of guys who deserve a spot on a roster. And that's the hard part, trying to find it. But at least try and find it. I don't like to write anybody off. Everybody gets a fair shake. 3rd and 10. Noah Bodden. What can you do, Sunshine? The Edward Waters quarterback. Threw a bad pick earlier. You see there, sub 55% throwing, 13 to 12 touchdowns to interceptions. Those are not numbers that'll get you drafted, but clutch drives like this will get you a second look. 3rd and 10, drops back, throws, out wide, it goes for about 4 yards. That's Cameron Nelson, the Miss Valley State wide receiver. But it's thrown high in the air. Corner does really well. Just gives him a little bit of room and then just closes on the ball. The second it's there. That was Jaden Carter, the Morgan State DB. The Morgan State guys showing out. Gerald will know all about these. He sees them in training every single day. But the Morgan State guy's doing really well. We got 1 play left here potentially, and then this is all she wrote. 4th and 6. Noah Bodden, what can you do? He's scrambling to the right. He's looking. He's running. He's not going to get there. He takes a huge hit. He has no one to throw at, and that is a turnover on downs. The defensive line flush him out the pocket completely. He doesn't have a good angle at all. And he's hunted down. That is fantastic play. Who is that? That's the number 9 for Team Gaither, I think, on defense. That looks like James Stewart, the defensive lineman who runs him out with a bit of help from Dalen Long. It's 29. It's Dalen Long. He's the Norfolk State defensive back. Runs him out of play. They do have 2 timeouts. So I don't think they can completely kill this game just yet. I've just thought about that. But they're not going to have much time. We've got 1 minute 7 left. 2 timeouts. You're probably going to get 5-10 seconds to throw a Hail Mary. Unless Team Gaither do something really stupid. They're at the Robinson 44. You would assume they're going to run this 3 times. Or are they in victory? Oh, they're in victory. They're kneeling. They're not using the timeouts? Oh, they're using the timeouts. Boo. They're just kneeling and using timeouts. This will be interesting. Because they're not even running any time off the clock. At least if they ran a play, they'd take 4 or 5 seconds off the clock. Here, they're just kneeling it, so... Team Robinson are actually getting saved time here. They are not going to have much time, though. It will be a Hail Mary, or potentially 2 plays. But we saw Washington do it to the Bears, so who knows? Enjoying this more than the Super Bowl, lol. That's not a lull, Brent. This has actually probably been more enjoyable than the Super Bowl. Okay, they're not kneeling it this time. They're actually going to run a playoff, because I think they've realised that they're not running the time off the clock they should be. There's maybe a procedural error from Team Gaither there. Oh, good tackle in the backfield. Only run 3 seconds off the clock. That is Isaiah Stevens, the Benedict linebacker, off the edge. Just flies off the far edge as well. The running back's running away from him and down. We've seen Michael Lunds here. What a day he's had. What a day. Michael Lunds is on the list of guys who are getting second looks after this. He's got good frame to him as well. Michael Lunds is 6'3", 245. And he's one of these SC State guys. I love SC State linemen. They're made of something different. 1 minute 2 left. Team Robinson out of timeouts. Or have they got one left? I thought they only had... No, they've used it. So 1 minute 2 to go. It's 2nd and like 12. Handoff again. Oh, is it? Oh, they've got him out of bounds. That is a big mistake there from the otherwise impeccable Jaquan Kelly. That is a huge mistake there. He tries to go for the edge. He's looking and he completely forgets where he's at. The Team Robinson defense get him out of bounds, so they're going to have a chance to win this. That's unbelievable. Team Robinson, that was... trying to find out. I think it was Mikael King who got that tackle to the outside to get him out of bounds. But yeah, they're going to have to punt. I mean, Team Robinson are going to have to go the length of the field in like 50 seconds. But, hey, they've got a shot. Where does the punt go? Oh! They run into the... Oh, he didn't fair catch it. It's gone into the end zone. But they ran into the receiver. Surely that should be a... That feels like they've ran into the... I don't know what's gone on there. That's a bit of an odd one. Are they saying that the returner has impeded the gunner? That looks dirty, that does. That's Leary in the back. Am I just saying? They're saying the returner was not in the vicinity of it, so he was just a blocker. Team Gaither's trying to contend that this is interference on the receiving team. But, anywho, Team Robinson get it at their own 25. They're 4 points down. They've got 47 seconds and no timeouts to get the length of the field. I don't know who they've brought out at quarterback for this. I think it is Cameron Ransom. Throw to the edge. Goes about 3 yards. It's inbounds. The clock's going. They've got to run. Got to run. Got to run. That's a throw to John McCall. That was good defense, that was, because they're losing time. 30 seconds left. Throws back. Ransom. Big heave downfield. Oh! Has he caught that? No. That was Mackay Lovett. That was close to being an absolute barnstormer of a catch. Oh, it goes to his hands. It would have been... It's not too bad a throw, to be fair. Goes right through Mackay Lovett's hands. 22 seconds left. It's 3rd down. I mean, you've got 2 more plays. If you get a reception inbounds here, you've got 1 more play left after this. If you keep getting to the perimeter, you might have 3 plays left. But you've got to go 70 yards or 69 yards. Drops back. He's hit while throwing. That might be a ball that's up there for the taking. And it's over. Quincy Robinson from Team Gaither's defense. The defensive lineman from Delaware State just comes in. And he just fought. It's a huge hit on the quarterback. It's a forced fumble. And Team Gaither recover it. And that should be that. It's recovered. Well, James Stewart with the recovery. I don't know who strip sacks him. Oh, it's Quincy Robinson, sorry, from Delaware State with the forced fumble. And James Stewart from Tennessee State with the ball. And with that, that is the end of your HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Gaither 27, Team Robinson 23. We had like 5 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, tons of good rushes, great receiving play. For 3 quarters of this game, really good quarterback play as well. This game has had just about everything. What a fantastic spectacle that was, and this is why you should watch these All-Star games. This means something to these players. Again, I keep saying it. This is the last opportunity a lot of these guys are going to have to impress scouts of any renown before the draft, and I think a lot of these guys have earned a second look on the back of this game. An absolutely fantastic performance from both teams here. Offensively, defensively. Don't think we could have asked for much more from this one. Appreciate you, Mile Marker. Because I really enjoyed listening to you call the game. Thank you. Good night, all. Good night, Mile Marker. Take care. Again, hope the pain subsides for you soon. You know, hopefully you are all much better. And for you, Brent, you get better soon as well. I'll have my deeper thoughts on this when we do the college pod next week. You know, so we can go through. But yeah, it's a late one for me and for you. So I'll kind of let you guys all get out of here. But yeah, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate you all. What a fantastic game this was. And a lot of new names to keep an eye on your draft charts now after this and go back and watch some more of them. It's been a lot of fun. And I think we will leave it at that. I've not missed any questions out. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Grandizer. Thank you, Mile Marker. Thank you, everyone else who's been in the building. I appreciate all of you. And I am going to sit down and game for a bit and relax because I've done a lot of streaming today. So going to take it easy for a bit. Thank you ever so much. We shall see you again soon. Big win for HBCU football today. We love to see it. I shall see you again soon. One Pride.